He is within reach.
Oh, hi.
Here is James Bond. There goes James Bond. Down goes James Bond. Up goes James Bond.
Talking of which, actually, I've got a question about social media for you.
Stop
What are you
laughing
laughing
at him.
He's massive and he looks really grumpy.
I've never seen you look grumpy like that, Dredge.
That is that is accurate.
Yeah.
Go on,
This is a live video link to Dredge's actual face. No, you're so efficient.
I've not sent it to you.
Also, Zoom links don't run out after a week. You can set them up a year in advance.
I know, but what I'm saying is, life happens to people in the meantime.
Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
And my emails get binned and hidden and neglected.
Yeah, we all know about emails getting binned and hidden. It happens to all of us. Today, I had it set on a 4.
I came here and I went to the loo, and it looked like there'd been some kind of beard explosion up there.
Which loo did you go to?
Upstairs.
The big one?
Or the nice one. The one that you clean. The one.
I did my beard in the ensuite. That wasn't my beard.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I was just going to, because I was enjoying having a bushy beard, right?
About 10 years.
You must be tired.
And nobody wants to buy any more stuff.
Show me one.
Hang on 2 seconds.
Show me one. Oh.
Make it, and everything else we're giving.
What's he looking at? I can't see what he's looking at.
I bet
he's
looking
at
me.
On or something.
I'm looking at you. Looking at your
the
face.
Camera.
There. Sorry. There. I'm tiny. I'm up. If I look at me, there. I'm looking at me. Now I'm looking at you. Now I'm looking at Kath.
Okay, is that everyone clear?
He was Top Cat when I was a kid.
No.
Was it in the olden days when you first started watching it, when they first invented Top Cat?
I hate being right all the time. He wasn't Top Cat in the UK. He was in the cartoon. They called him TC and Top Cat, right? But the program was called Boss Cat.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
You're going to be very embarrassed, and I'm going to love it.
Oh.
But I've got a lovely new pepper pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was something different about you tonight.
Oh, is there a glow about me?
Yeah,
A
you
spice?
exuded something.
It's got an action, Iain, that like you don't hear a grind, or it just sprinkles out onto your poachies. Beautiful. I just don't believe it.
You never did that, did you? What are you like? You're so you.
I did it. Everyone in the chat is laughing at. That's well worth subbing for, wasn't it, guys?
Outrageous.
Woo.
Well, I was going to kind of introduce the idea of what this show is about, but I think we've just summed it up. It's about 3 hours too long of two idiots just about surviving. Oh my God, there's an unfortunate stain on his wall now. The bell is wet. Still wet.
Hang on, everybody, just cool out.
Oh my God. How would you deal with maggots in a bin?
Get your hand in there.
Yeah.
Get your hand in there and then just fork them out with your fingers. Because if you start using brushes and you start using dustpans and all that stuff, they just wiggle out of all that.
Yep.
You just want to use your hands, get them in there, get them out.
Okay. Well,
and chuck them on the grass too.
Skype in on video Skype, and we will play chopsticks and teach everybody else. Doesn't it get hot in hats?
Yes. That's why that bit's netting. So loud.
So if no one knows how to play it.
No. Tell me.
Two lost lambs, hold hands, find a man, not a man, understand he's the daddy son of Sam, man, hey, they found the Lord of Pain. Dark words overheard, nipple twist, rug burn, demon bird, doom heard, me and Stevie Gutenberg, liar, in the lake of fire. Satan, can you hear us? We are on our way. I'd just like to give more praise today, 'cause that's the acolyte way.
Say that again.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw. Thank you, Jeff at Pop Easy Design, for those titles.
Let me budge up.
Budge up. Hang on, let me. We're having great fun here.
Yeah.
too far that
Everybody, it is Friday. Well done. Casa Palmer, well done.
Let's do it. Where is James Bond? He's hiding. He is on the run. Where is... Sorry?
What is this?
What's this voice? Hello? I honestly haven't set this.
It sounds like sexy Pinky and Perky.
You sound like drunk Pinky and Perky.
I don't know what you're talking
It keeps
about.
randomly changing this one to this.
Oh, you just sounded like Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, to this.
Some say.
Some say our star in a reasonably priced car.
Anyway, then.
Where is James Bond? He's hiding. He is on... You can't hear the effect.
Oh,
You-
come
You can't
on.
hear the effect. What? How can you not hear that? What? What?
What?
We can hear... Well, there's no point in us doing this. Tech difficulty. Shut up.
Criv UK. Thanks.
Hang on a second. Well, let's turn this off, because if they can't hear it...
I
Right,
was
well, hang
enjoying
on.
it, though. What about me?
Hang on. Something's gone wrong here. Oh, hang on. Can you hear it now? Can you hear it now?
And can you hear that? Sounds like sexy Pinky and Perky. And would I be correct in thinking you can't hear the original microphone as well? Well, some of you complained about that previously.
Oh, I wonder if my share sounds better in this tone.
Try it. I was born in the wagon of a travelling show.
Turns out,
Try it now.
do you believe in life after love? Oh, that's lovely.
Welcome to a new exploration in late night entertainment.
If you look around you, you will see the pod is surrounded by water. If you look closer, you'll see baby sharks in the water. Please don't tap the glass. It scares the sharks.
Oh, apparently I sound like Gary Barlow. Sensational.
Hello, everybody.
Oh la la la, ooh ya la la, ooh ya la la. You sing Okinawa?
Yeah, listen to my robot voice coming at ya. Oh my, what you say? I'm gonna come to your house today. We're gonna play Sega Mega Drive, watch a Betamax. Then we're gonna have some lovely cheesy snacks.
Hang on. Where? Oh, hang on.
Do it again.
Where? Why is it not working? Is it turned on? Where is James Bond? Here we go. We're in. Don't know what's going on. Where is James Bond? He's hiding.
Oh, they can't hear you now. You're muted.
I'm not right. Hello? Jesus!
He can't help you now.
Can you hear me? Right. Can you... Can you... Now it won't stop. Right, see...
Alright.
We're in big trouble, guys. I know you can hear me now, but you can't hear the echo, can you? Can you please don't just answer with a yes or no? We've had this before. It means nothing. Can you hear the echo? Right, you can. Hello. Now, can you hear that? Right. Right. Can you hear me now?
Go.
Okay, where is James Bond? He's hiding. He is on the run. Where is James Bond? He's hiding. He's having a little bit of fun.
Where is that cheeky Bond? Where is that cheeky Bond? Where is that cheeky Bond? Where is that cheeky Bond?
Has the echo gone? No effect, thank you. Where is James Bond, everybody?
Where?
He is... Oh, did you see him? Did you see him? There he is.
And he's not alone.
He's not alone. He's sitting on your shoulder.
Naughty. Hang on.
Two Bonds.
And down you go.
Your mime is awful. There is James Bond.
Pop him away now. That's been.
Tell you what, should we have them there tonight?
Peep him.
Just little peepsy peeps from the Bonds. They're spying on us. The best.
have just the tops of their eyes.
You just want their eyes.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. Is that? I can't quite split the difference. Hang on, if I go up here.
No, that's perfect.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
There are the James Bonds.
That's how you
Now,
spy, you see. That's peeping.
Don't forget, boys and girls, keep an eye on them. If someone comes to take out James Bonds, make sure you call out for Iain and Kathy, won't you?
Oh.
We are so tired today. We're so tired today. Oh, this is something for one of our mods. It's not for you to keep, it's for you to look at and marvel.
Ready?
I painted this.
Gosh. It's a rainbow Dalek.
It's a money box. I painted that on my holidays, on my hollybobs. Painted that.
Workshop.
So that's better than anything you've ever done. And it's
Got
the
his
best
name on the bottom to prove.
Thank you. Oh, it was nearly in focus for a second. This weekend, right, things to do. Sort the camera out. Mods. Stand down. Stand down. Stand down tonight. There are 2 new mods in town. That guy, what's got 4 thumbs and modulates.
Moderates. These guys.
These guys do. 1, 2,
3, 4.
We modulate.
Moderate.
So, please don't make jokes about Gatford's lack of toes. The colours are the wrong order. Can you tell me why the colours are the wrong order? Adius, can you tell me why the colours are the wrong order, please?
Oh dear.
Can you tell me why the colours are in the wrong order, please?
Is this going to be the first block of the night?
Could be. It's a block party. Could you tell me why the colours are in the wrong order, please? ADS? Just wondered why the colours were in the wrong order. Could you let me know? ADS? ADS? Come on. Why are the colours in the wrong order?
Oh, it's all gone very
Isn't he?
quiet.
Isn't he?
Now,
Isn't he?
let that be a lesson. Think before you die.
Some people have said, well, it's not rainbow. I'm sorry. Did I say it was rainbow?
I did.
I'm sorry.
Their colours as reflected in the rainbow. I didn't say rainbow ordered or anything like
Fair
that.
play.
It's art.
ADS has come back because I prefer the yellow to be first. Yellow was genuinely the first one I did, actually. Started there. The colours are exactly correct. The colours are exactly correct. We are instigating, and is year one, not year zero, because that implies Pol Pot, Cambodia. I think that was genocide.
Let's not go there.
So year one is.
Carriol says, I found James Bond under the ticker thingy.
Carry on with people like you. You're too fast for us.
If you're going to sneak in late, keep it zipped.
Which rock star famously declared 1970 as year one?
1970 is year one.
You could work this out.
Yes.
You could work this out.
Is it someone like... Is it someone like... John Lennon?
No.
It was John Lennon.
Thank you very much indeed. John Lennon called 1970 year one. And we are referring to tonight's show as Block Party year one. Catherine, explainez-vous, s'il vous plaît.
We have been too kind to you. Well, most of you have repaid our kindness with love and good wishes and understanding because there have been some difficulties. This is a new thing for us and we are very much finding our way in this world, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
We defeated the racists with your help. Thanks for that, guys. Well done. But, unfortunately, there are still a few lingering knobs. So what we're going to do tonight is weed them out.
Weed them out.
It should be pretty simple. We talk, they waltz in here and make themselves quite obvious. Thing is, there'll be a zero tolerance policy tonight. That's a zero tolerance policy.
Can't get this voice changed.
And if you correct me on that, you're the first one out.
Can you hear us now? Right. Jesus. I cannot. How do we stop the echo? Hello. Hang on, bear with me. Gone. It's gone. It's gone. Right. That doesn't work. So.
Strap in, everyone. This is going to be a hot one.
We think we've been too. There's an echo. Is there an echo now? We think we've been too kind to people and too generous. And people that I should have banned like 2 years ago, my God, maybe we'll read some of... No, we won't read the entitled emails because then it gives them oxygen to their knobbery. So, tonight we just want to have a laugh. We just want to have a laugh. If anybody in the chat is in any way annoying to us, the mods will step in if they see like something blatantly racist or homophobic or misogynistic that we miss, right? But if anybody... And then loads of people going, well, I don't like the show anymore because it's got a really dark vibe. It's all arguing with the people in the chat. But that's what the radio show was for a lot of it.
Yeah, a lot of people love that aspect of it, to be honest. Let's be quite clear. But on this occasion, we're looking out for people who are fun sponges, contrarians.
I'm watching you, Gatford.
Junior edgelords.
Gatford.
Sexists.
Gatford.
Just general knobwiffery.
Gatford. With that in mind, let's open the phone lines. 0203 286 3370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Let's wait for a phone call. Okay, no phone calls.
Let's talk amongst ourselves.
No phone calls.
You know what's happened? All the knobs have gone. Oh, no, I'm out.
Not all of them, Catherine.
Uh-oh.
Let's take this call. You take this call.
Good evening, and greetings to you.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm all right.
Just wanted your opinions on a decision I made last week.
Well, that's what you're going to get.
I think you made the right decision.
I thought it was questionable.
Listen, if you've done it, it's the right decision.
Okay.
You can tell us what it is.
Go on.
But I will stand by my
well,
men.
let's see. It might have been a crime. Proceed.
So my mum and my mum and dad are separated. And my mum, since like before lockdown, has had a plan to go to Spain. When she first asked us, because I'm one of 2 other brothers on my mum's side, and when she asked us if we wanted to go to Spain, I was keen. I wanted to go, but then as things sort of moved on, and then the government sort of suggested people didn't go unless it was.
Yeah, we know what the government situation is. So what is the situation with you?
So I decided that because of the rules and the quarantine and me missing the first part of school, I decided that the right decision would be not to go.
And how was that taken?
My mum was kind of upset that I wasn't going, but then I think after a while she sort of understood that I was the sensible one out of the rest of them. They've all gone. They're there now, and I'm at my dad's.
Okay. Well, what do you feel about that decision?
It'd be a bit annoying if they get rid of the quarantine whilst they're away. But I think that
with all, forget the ifs and the buts and the maybes. With all of the information that you currently have at your fingertips in this precise second in time, 9:16 on a Friday night, how do you feel about that decision?
I think it was a smart move.
Great. I agree.
Yep.
My input is irrelevant, but I agree if that offers you any comfort. And if the best thing for that is that you feel that you've made the right decision.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, man. Take care. Wash your hands.
Do you
remember that? Remember people used to wash their hands.
That's gone. No, that fad. That's gone.
Okay. All right. Let's take this call. Hello, Jonathan.
Let's.
Hello.
Jonathan.
Jonathan, can I ask one personal question if you don't mind?
Am I getting a blocked? Is that?
Do you have a microphone with that computer, or are you just speaking into a toilet roll tube?
I have a microphone, but maybe it's the wrong.
Do you use it?
Maybe it's going off the wrong one.
I would suggest you use the microphone.
How about now?
Hello?
Hello?
Those pillows look great. Cushions. They're cushions.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Is that any better? I think it might be moderately so.
It's moderately so, yes, sir. How may we help you?
You're right.
Do you want to have a staring contest, one of you?
Yeah.
Okay, but what are you looking at?
Where are you staring?
I'm going to stare at the camera.
All right.
Well, but you need to look at us.
But we can have one of you can be the invigilator.
The invigilator?
Right.
The exam.
Let's
Well, hang on, but no, the point of a staring contest is not to stare at a camera. It's not what you're asking for is who can keep their eyes open the longest contest. A staring contest is all about intimidation. It's not just, you've seen the brilliant sketch on Big Train, haven't you?
Where they're sort of...
Yeah, it's about intimidation. It's like a game of chess. It's not simply...
But it's not like a game of chess.
Well, it is keeping your eyes open. So... Unless you're looking directly at me.
I've moved you to the camera. How's this?
No.
That's not staring. That's just looking. You're just looking again.
You're just looking
closer.
And I can see the reflection in your glasses of what you're looking at, you dirty boy. Dirty boy. Thank you, well, howdy stranger, for the sub, and thank you. I just missed another one, Sky Days, and thank you, Nelly, and thank you, Time Terrapin, for the subs. Thank you. No, I reject your challenge.
Even if I move this way?
Especially if you move that way.
If I could walk that, was it? If you just walk this way, if I could walk that way. Thank you very much for your call. Good evening to you.
What a waste of time.
I'm not ringing the bell on that one.
I am.
Oh look, I've got TLNA merch on. I'm so dirty. Look at the state of me. But this, you can get it at tlna.co.uk. tlna.co.uk. It'll come up in the chat in a bit. Loads of different T-shirts and bags and what have you. There's 2 different merch websites. There's this one for the wearables, and then there's the other one for the remaining 2020 tour posters, the single, the pins, and the membership cards. Some of you ordered membership cards in the last 2 days. They're done. They are. I was just waiting for some envelopes to come. They are done. They'll get posted tomorrow. Hopefully, you have them Tuesday.
What I'm wearing is not available. I stole this from Elton John in 1998.
And she's still standing. 0203286 637 000 238 689 4223 198439 42 63 45.
That is a lot of number work.
I hope you remembered it, guys. What happened there?
I moved my foot here and it triggered some sort of some action. I'm going to say inertia that led to the microphone moving in its own fashion.
Richard Taylor, thank you for gifting those subs, buddy. Thank you.
What was that thing called you used to like watching? The Machines?
Oh, Pythagoras Suichi.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did there, except less clever.
Can we watch one?
Yeah.
Can we watch one? You've
Yeah.
seen this. Some of you have been listening for ages. You've
This
seen
made
this.
me buy a Marble Run.
Oh, this is so beautiful. It's where Recorder Quartet, some of you will know, where we got in touch with those guys. Let's just get one. It's a Japanese program. I've got it on DVD somewhere. Pythagoras Suichi.
There it is. It knows what you
And
want.
it means Pythagoras' switch. And it's just these little inventions, and they're really short. Here we go. This is a 39-second one. This is a long one. Here we go. And we'll teach you some Japanese. Pythagoras Suichi. So you say it. P, that circle there. If that wasn't there, it would be. Or the letter. Let's learn some Japanese, right?
All right.
I can't really remember it, but there are.
Is that kanji?
Isn't kanji Chinese?
No.
Is kanji Japanese? I can't remember. It's so long. I did just know. But so there are 5 sounds. The vowels. I, e, u. I can't remember. Anyway. Ta, ti, tsu, te, tu. Something like that. Anyway. Katakana. Thank you. JPU Records, of course. P. So without that, I think that would just be T. Pythagoras. Pythagoras Suichi.
So that's like that elongates the E.
Sui. Su. E. They're all different noises. And each letter is a syllable. So you just keep whacking syllables. P, ta, ga, ra. And they never change the sound. Whereas English letters, you put English letters together, and it might change the way you say the letter before or the letter after.
Yeah.
Doesn't do it. So if you, and I learnt them, there are something like 52 or something, I can't quite, 45, 52, something like that. I had flashcards. And if you learn, there are katakana and there are romanji. And so romanji are Japanese sounds, but you would use them to write English words. I remember being in Tokyo, and it was like 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I looked out and there was a poster. I'm going, what does that say? Hawaii. And I read Hawaii, and I was like, my God, I can read
That's
this.
incredible.
Hawaii. Can't do it now. Can't remember any of it.
That weekend I spent in Japan.
Oh, man.
What a wasted opportunity that was. But it was wonderful in its own weird way. My sister was cabin crew, and she took me away to Japan for £80, and I had to sit on the jump seat in the plane. And we stayed at Narita, basically in Narita. So kind of Heathrow. And we got so lost in Narita, walking around the town, that we didn't dare go to to Tokyo. But it's the strangest thing because, I speak French and Spanish, so I can work out Italian. I can speak a little bit of German. I can work most European languages out pretty much. But this was like being a Martian. I'm looking at sign. We went to the supermarket. I didn't know what anything was. Everything's in a box. Couldn't work it out. But what a place.
Yeah.
What a place. What I needed was a Japanese mate to show me around, which of course is what you had.
Which is what we had. It's what we had. It's so long since I learned Japanese, so I probably got it completely wrong. But arigatou gozaimasu. We got a guest. We got a guest in a few minutes.
Yeah, we have.
I want one more phone call. We are. Who's this? Shall we?
Yeah, go on.
I don't know who this is.
I do.
Oh, okay. Get funky now. Yeah. Answer your phone. Oh, baby. Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It's Frida.
Hello, Frida. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. Last time I spoke to Iain, my name is Freddie.
Do you remember?
I do remember. Yes, I do indeed.
So a fair bit's happened to you then, Frida, since we last spoke.
Well, you've lost a couple of letters and added an extra vowel. That's something. If that were all, that would be plenty. But I suspect there's a whole lot more.
I've been off work for about 8 weeks because I went off work because I had a bit of a meltdown. And then my first day back is Monday. It's Frida.
How are you feeling about it?
Really nervous.
Yeah. And is it your first day at work as Frida?
Yeah. That's why I wanted to ring you.
That's a big old undertaking, I would imagine. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's big to you, but to other people it's like, oh.
How well did you get on with the people that you worked with before?
Well, the thing is, I had a bit of trouble with some people I work with. It wasn't because they weren't doing anything directly to me, but I'm quite sensitive to like sexist language and, just stupid little comments that some of the men I work with make. And I would say, well, would you talk to your daughter like that? And I was called police and all this. And I thought, look, I don't want to ever fall out with somebody, but, I will report it if it continues. So anyway, the reason I was so sensitive about it is because I had this underlying stuff going on in my life, and honestly people knew because I'm pretty much out there on Facebook, on Twitter. I always wore makeup when I went out, and people just thought maybe I was a drag queen or something. But so it wasn't really a shock to people I worked with when I said I was trans. Like the way I feel like I had to move where I was based. I don't know if you remember, Kath, I spoke to you when you were on your own doing the radio show and I told you I worked for the ambulance service.
Yes, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I've had to change bases, but that was like my decision, so I could start somewhere fresh. So, yeah. So
you got this. You know what? I think I'm hoping, and the way I can see it happening is that it will feel weird to you, and it's going to be nerve-wracking, and then by lunchtime, hopefully, it'll start to feel less strange to you and to everybody else,
Which bit? Because I'm assuming, right? And Frida, remember, I'm an old dinosaur, right? So I'm learning about this. If my language is clunky and old-fashioned, please correct me, right? Because I want to learn, right? But as Frida, as your true self, I would imagine you feel more relaxed and more comfortable than you did when you were playing this character called Freddie.
Yeah, I did, because I used to feel quite defensive, and sometimes I'd get into arguments with people because I'd feel like there's something I can't express. I kind of, especially online and stuff, I think like, when I was on Twitter, and I sometimes, like, I used to follow the talk radio Twitter.
Oh, my gosh.
I would go in for people, and I thought, why am I wasting my time doing this? Because obviously there'd be people on the Mike Graham page or people on Julie Hartley-Brewer, and they would... somebody took a picture of my profile picture and posted it in the thread of comments to say, well, he's somebody who doesn't know their Arthur or Martha. But I would invite that kind of thing, because then I'd go in for them. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't do anybody any good, especially me. And so I think I feel now like I don't have to do that. I don't feel like, I like to have lively discussion with people that are honest, like understand who I am, and we like to talk about things in the news, like whatever J.K. Rowling's thinking this week, or things like that. But I think I'm more and more relaxed, like in myself. And now that, because like when I told my mum, she was like, "Oh, I've always known."
Wow, and you must have been dreading that.
Yeah, well, it's like my dad. My dad's 85 and he had a stroke last year. So, my mum said, look, don't say anything. I think she thought I was going to come round to the house looking like Danny LaRue or something. Do you know what I mean? So, Mum, I'm a normal person. Women don't always wear makeup. So I'm just going to be like that. So my dad wouldn't notice, to be honest, if what I wore.
I have no words of wisdom. I can only. I can begin to imagine what it feels like for you, but I would be imagining. I don't know, and it's probably something I will never experience. All I can say is, congratulations on being true to yourself. And unfortunately, part of me feels I should apologise for the talk radio thread, but I shouldn't, because I used to complain about that bloody thread. But
Ian, I think you were always a bit out of place on talk radio, especially coming up to how it started. There's only two people really on talk radio that I listen to, and that's John Nicholson and Daryl Morris, or Howard. I love Howard. And anyway, I didn't come on to talk about the past. I just wanted to say you've been with me throughout the journey, like on the radio at night, and I love listening. It's just a nice, even though you weren't always talking about trans issues or anything like that, it's just that other people's problems, and they kind of put things into perspective. And your show was like a sort of oasis of, calm. Not always calm.
Not always calm. No, far from it. We tried, and I didn't always get it right. Kath didn't always get it right. I got it wrong more than she did, but I didn't. And like I say, I'm learning, and I want to. This show is a haven and is welcoming to everybody. If you feel up, is it Monday? You said you start.
Yeah, this Monday.
If you feel like you want to give us a call next week and either say, hey, it was brilliant, or it was awful, or whatever, we would be very happy to sit here and listen. Again, we got no advice or no suggestions, but if you want to come and share with people who don't really know you that well, you'd be very, very welcome.
Oh, it's just nice that there's somebody, like I always thought, like, because I got to know you on the radio, I felt I did know you a little bit, but obviously I don't know you personally, but I think that sort of being removed from reality a little bit makes you seem somebody I can talk to, because I've been to counselling and things like that, and the problem with that is you can have a sense of humour and stuff, but they're there in a professional capacity. So like when I listen to you talk, it's not because I'm asking.
We're not professional. Is that what she's saying?
We're very unprofessional. We do rude swears and unprofessionalism. That's what's above the door outside. Yeah. But I'm not going to blow smoke or anything. But what you've done there is what a lot of people, trans or not, a lot of people are living roles. They're playing roles because it's almost easier to go along with that and live miserably than break out and say, this is not the way I want to live, and this isn't me. So you give me goose pimples thinking about what you've been through and the way you've confronted things. So thanks for being inspiring to me.
Thanks, guys.
Frida, we're going to move on. Thank you so much, because we've got our guests. I need to open up Zoom. Best of luck, genuinely. The best of luck with that. Sensibilium says, coming out, in inverted commas, is usually less stressful than one imagines.
Well, if you're lucky.
No. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you've come out, Sensibilium. Have you come out? It can quite often be, as with all things that we are afraid of, it can sometimes be easier than we imagined. The explosion is significantly less than we perhaps imagined. But unfortunately, for a lot of people, coming out still means family not talking to them, being kicked out of home, being ostracised, being bullied, losing jobs, mental health issues, all kinds of things. So, yes, is what I was saying. Who's our guest, Katherine, while I sort this out? And I'm going to change the camera while we're doing it.
All right. So if you are a Twitter fan and if you follow me, you'll sometimes see me retweeting things from Dr. Kate Lister, a.k.a. she's the Twitter feed Whores of Yore. And she sort of talks about sex work through the ages and, female representation in literature and stuff, which sounds very worthy, but it's actually a lot of cheeky fun.
A little bit.
But she also writes some incredible articles, and she did one this week about, that song WAP. She wrote an article about that this week that caught my eye, but I've been thinking that since we've been doing this particular show, we need to get her on. And so I asked her the other day and she said yes.
I can't make it on that camera because I need to change a couple of settings. So
Okay.
we'll do that for next week. But I can make it work on this camera, and I can admit Kate, and I can click that. It's a very glamorous picture. I want a glamorous picture.
Hi.
Oh,
Hey.
I want a glamorous
No.
picture like that on my thing. Katherine, after the show tonight, would you help me?
Certainly will.
Because I've got one of those jumpers where you can see
Look,
the
and in real
shoulders.
life, even more glamorous.
Oh, I could never be that glamorous.
It's so good to see you, Kate. How are you doing?
Nice to see. I'm good. How are you two doing?
Really well. I'm just talking about your WAP article this week, but
Now, I've not read it. Talk to me.
you've seen the hoo-ha though, haven't you? A lot of pearls clutching.
I've not really. So there's a song. So some singers have sung some singers have sung a rude song about their genitals. Is that it? That's
in a
literally all.
nutshell.
Yeah.
They sung about their nutshell. Wow, my God.
Well, yeah, they're nutshells. Specifically, they're wet ass nutshells.
Okay.
That's the alternative version. So it's Cardi B and Megan the Trainer. And
The Stallion, not Megan Trainor.
God, what on earth am I talking about?
Megan Trainor's.
Her name is No.
No, it's not. It's not. But Megan Trainor, she was the one that sung about
bass.
The bass, right?
It's all about the bass.
So
And she meant her bottom. She meant her bottom.
So she's quite saucy too.
She is.
I'm not.
Yeah.
That's the thinking. Yeah. So I'm glad you're here, right? Megan the Stallion and Cardi B. So they sang a song, and it's called WAP. I don't know how rude I can be on your program.
Kat's looking at me as though I'm the.
I'm up for saying it, but it's up to you.
The arbiter of rudeness.
We're trying to be. We're listed as family friendly.
All right, let's keep the language fairly tasteful then.
So but WAP stands for something, does
Wet
it? Wet ass vagina.
Parts.
Yes. Nutshell.
Wet ass
And
nutshell.
they're very specific in this thing, and it's very
Yes,
sort of
they are.
sexy video, and they're very specific about what they're after in a partner, let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do lay it out quite graphically. If it don't hang, then it can't bang, for example.
Which is something I agree with.
Absolutely, but it's just it's kind of, and it's caused a kind of a real ruckus among because there's a lot of kind of pearl clutching, and then there's people, I suppose, raising genuine concerns about, well, is it all right if kids listen to it? I suppose because it is mainstream, and yeah, but there's been quite a hostile reaction to it, especially in sort of American conservatives. So there was not a senator, but a sort of a want-to-be senator, I suppose, and she tweeted that they've set feminism back 100 years with this awful video. So there's been a lot of, and I can't
Is it
remember.
the video or the song that the main furore is around? Because surely someone singing about their own genitals and what they like having done to them, is that not empowering thing?
Well, this is the thing, Ian. You've kind of like got, is it empowering or is it like horrendously offensive? And that's
Right.
kind of what the whole debate is about, because there's some people saying, well, look, for years we've been saying that these kind of sort of like hip hop videos where women are gyrating in thongs and singing and men are singing obscenities, we've always said it's really offensive to women. But then when two women do it, is that suddenly empowering or is that offensive as well? So that's the kind of...
Do we know? I guess one would have to look at the genesis of the song. Did the women write it? Did
Yes.
the women
Yes.
wrote it and made it? Okay.
Yep.
Did women direct the video? I suppose these things are important, aren't
well,
they?
that's ultimately what it comes down to, because that's the difference, isn't it? Is it's two women singing about the sex that they want to have and the partner that they want to have, rather than men singing about the kind of woman they want to have sex with. So there is a power difference there, and it's, you know, like, I don't think you want to go too far the other way and say it's like some kind of feminist anthem, but I think it's really important because you don't hear songs like that very often, where like women are just going, right, this is what I want, let's do this, and it's really explicit and it's funny as well.
It is. I have been listening to a lot of pop music recently because my kids have got me into Kiss, not the rock group. I'm into them already, and that's you talk about male men talking
Oh my
about
God,
sex.
how many songs have they done about their privates?
Love gun, you pull the trigger of my love gun and stuff like that. So I have been hearing a lot of kind of modern music, and it is still blokes saying she is fit, she's fine, I want to make love to her, I want to take her out, I want to have her, I want to have her, you know, that kind of masculine control. And there aren't the female songs, this is a mass generalization, tend to be about heartbreak or being in love, and the male songs, again, mass generalization, are about doing it.
Yeah, so it's to me, it's like I think they're offending all the right people for the
Yeah,
start. They didn't
I
write
agree.
those songs for the conservative, Midwest, and also, for someone who is against kind of reproductive rights to start telling women they're setting feminism back is a little bit rich, I think.
It is, and I think the part of it that I was interested in is this idea that, it's set feminism back 100 years, because then that raises the obvious question, well, what were women singing about 100 years ago? Because like we might think that it was all, like My Old Man Said Follow the Van, and and all that kind of stuff. But if you look at particularly what black women were singing about in America, and there's a really strong tradition of something that was known as the dirty blues, and this was kind of like it, and it emerged at the same time blues music did, of course it did, and it's singing about sex and it's singing about drugs and it's singing about rock and roll, and it's really obscene. It'll be enough to kind of make you, it'll just you'll look at WAP and go, well, that's.
I saw some of the lyrics in your article, and it was like, it's not euphemism. They tell you exactly what they want and where they want you to put it.
I've not heard women singing this, but I remember when I was about 17, someone gave me a tape of men from like the 20s, I guess, and it's all songs like the Cocksucker's Ball and all of this stuff, where it describes in great detail what they're going to do. But women were doing this as well.
Women were doing this as well. You don't hear about them as much because the dirty blues was kind of very hushed up, and with polite society to talk about that. Because like one of the most well known, she was known as Lucille Bogan, and she sort of started performing in the South in the 20s and 30s, and she sang a lot of sort of double entendre, like saucy songs. She sang one called BD Women, and the BD stand for Bull Dyke, and it was about lesbians. But she sang one called Shave 'Em Dry, which I think was in 1935, and shave 'em dry is like a euphemism for like rough sex, but without any the emotion. So it's like a dry shave, like with none of the froth.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to go for it, so you can sense me if this is a family show. But the opening lines to it are, I've got nipples on my titties as big as my thumb. I've got something between my legs to make a dead man come.
We managed to. We're bleeping that. Bleep. That's all right. They won't have heard that.
So, it's like, people talking about this new thing, like it's, what a terrible way for young women to behave and what have they done. It's been going on for years. Women have got the right to be obscene too. It's just that they don't do it very often.
Can I read a comment?
Yes.
Yeah,
just because I've just seen it. I just want to, and we're finding. We'll talk to you maybe another time about the comments, or maybe we'll mention it tonight because it is actually relevant. So someone has just messaged here. Yes, the dirty blues was great, but it wasn't the same as Cardi. The women who sang the dirty blues didn't tend to be slim and young, etc. They weren't commodified in the same way. Well, that to me says two different things. That's commodification. Music was differently commodified then anyway, but also implying that the slim and young thing is, though I don't see what the relevance.
I think. It takes the edge off for people if the women are not attractive to them. Yeah, so I don't know. Is it like burlesque? It's not. It's kind of stripping for cowards. Is that what they're sort of saying?
I think I'd dispute that. I think like a blues singer like Bessie Smith was absolutely sexy as hell, amazing. And one of her songs was The Empty Bed Blues. Yeah. And she wasn't as explicit as Bogan, but one of the lyrics in that is don't worry, it's not horrendous, but it's
your levels of horrendous are very, very different to ours.
I know. It's but she talks about like he boiled my cabbage, he overflowed the pot, when he put in his bacon it got really hot, and that kind of
See, that's genius.
Yeah. Isn't that good? But like that at the time was really scandalous as well. But she was sexy. And there's other blues singers like Ethel Waters. She was a beautiful, sexy woman, and she sung Handyman. And it had whole lyrics like he churns my butter, he creams my corn, he's my handyman, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
But the difference is skinny wasn't sexy then, really, was it? It just showed that you might not be very well.
This person is doubling down. I'm assuming it's a man. It is relevant because Cardi and Meg are for the male gaze. But that's your definition of what sexy is. That's your definition of sexy. One of my favourite singers, who I think has an amazing voice and I think was an incredibly sexy woman, is Mama Cass. Now, she would probably, I'm assuming, skylarking, not be considered sexy by your standards. I think she's one of the hottest women I've ever seen. Oh my God, if she were to sing to me, So it's that that kind of annoys me. That definition of but those women weren't sexy back then.
You also mustn't make the mistake of thinking because you find them attractive that it's for you.
Yeah.
Like exactly. All right, you're turned on by that. You think she's really fit, but that doesn't mean it's a performance for you. She's allowed to enjoy that on her own terms. I promise that women all around the world have watched that video and gone, God damn. Do we like maybe it's not so like you mustn't, and the idea that that they're kind of inhabiting or intruding on male sexuality, that starts from the premise that sex and eroticism belongs to men, and that women kind of interlope into it. And the thing is, like, you don't want to generalize, but women like dirty sex. They like naughty songs. They like singing about cabbage and bacon and all kinds of. Do you know what I mean? Not everybody, but we have to get away from this idea that if a woman is raunchy and erotic and does something sexy and it turns a man on, then it's for him.
Yeah,
And
but she's
it's-
only saying things to please you or to titillate you.
It gives yes, and then it is valid because men are enjoying it. We mentioned the Twitch chat. Skylarking is saying I'm a black woman. I'm not sure because your account was set up 7 minutes ago. I'm not totally sure, and I want to talk a little bit about the Twitch. Because we've just been on Twitch, this is like week 5, right? And one of the things that we've really noticed and that has really opened my eyes is the abuse that Katherine gets because she hasn't got a penis. And it's
You forget
insane.
to bring it with you to work.
I got some spare ones upstairs and she just won. It's insane. And obviously I saw a bit of it. I saw a bit of it on the radio, but I'm sat here and I'm seeing all of these comments. And if you explain it. You explain it.
What seems to happen is if I displease them, or if Iain displeases them, in fact, they'll tell us they're leaving, and as they slam the door, they'll say, "And she's crap," or "And she's fat," or "And she's thick." That's another one they've given me.
You're thick. You had some biscuits the other day. Are you sure you want to be eating those,
Yeah.
Kath? No judgment of me.
He had a full packet of Oreos. He gave me one. Are you sure you want to eat that, Katherine?
And it's someone may have been.
But if I pull them up on it, it's my sense of humour failure.
Yeah. Someone said Twitch is like Twitter on speed, and it's this real magnified, heightened sense of entitlement and attack. I'm getting attacked as well, but the main focus is on Katherine, and it's on her looks, and it's on her perceived lack of education. Doesn't matter. She's got degrees coming out of her ears.
I've got a couple.
Yeah, and more. It's better trained than me. It's weird, and I just wonder. Obviously, you're online.
I know
a lot.
that they don't know anything about me, and I'm not a real person to them. And it's that thing of. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of being a 15-year-old girl and boys that didn't know how to talk to you, right? So if they can't kiss you, they kick you. It's that thing of she's a square. They didn't know what to say to me, so that they'd have a go at me like about wearing the wrong trainers or whatever. But it's just pigtail pulling. But this is, I'm going to say 20, 30, 40-year-old men.
Oh, what are you doing, chaps? That's just, what would your mothers say? That's just, no, I get that a lot. I don't do Twitch, but I do Twitter, and my inbox is a state to behold.
Really?
That's why my DMs are closed.
God. I keep my DMs open because a lot of the stuff that I tweet is potentially very sensitive, and I like people to be able to get hold of me pretty quick if I've done something wrong. And a lot of people send me really nice messages. But a downside to that is there's a lot of literal willy waving. There's so many penises in my inbox.
Yeah. Whatever happened to flowers or romantic music?
A lot of bacon in your cooking pot.
There's so much bacon in my cooking pot, but I didn't want it there.
But also, what do they think is going to happen? You're going to go, now that's one.
I'd love to know the psychology behind the unsolicited dick pic. Like, what did you think was going to happen? That I was going to respond to that and go, oh my God, that's so nice of you.
I want that one tonight.
I want that one, that one day we'll be there talking at our wedding feast about how we got together.
But also, you're a woman who, sees, penises and vaginas every single day at work. It's like kind of, I don't know, being a dentist and someone sending you a picture of the molars. Really, that one? I've seen better.
And I'm a historian, so leave it 100 years or so.
Then I'll be interested.
Right? And then I'll be interested. Just random.
Kate, people are asking, just give me your Twitter handle again. Is it just Halls of Yore?
It is, yes.
Right, because people in the chat are asking. So you're either going to get some new pics, or you might get some decent followers. So there we go. That's Halls of Yore is the Twitter feed.
It is. Twitter have got me on a shadow ban at the moment, so I might not be that easy to find. But hopefully you'll be able to turn it up somewhere.
What does that mean, shadow ban?
They've sort of said absolutely categorically that they don't, and then they have now admitted that some accounts that they will limit how they show up in search options. Right. And I think it's because it deals with quite adult themes. They don't make it super easy to find, but there we go.
I've enjoyed your book that you wrote.
Oh, thank you.
How's that going? I mean, was that a limited edition, or is that still available?
No, what happened was it came out and everyone went, yay! And then coronavirus and lockdown and everyone, oh, no. So it was, and it got released in America, and there were all these favourable reviews, and then I emailed the publisher to go, this is brilliant, is it selling? And they went, no. No, because it's all in a warehouse in Basildon, and we can't get it out because there's like this one guy left in there frantically like licking envelopes and trying to post things.
But actually, it's a great lockdown companion for a lot of people, especially if they're not, if they're on their own. A Curious History of Sex, it's called, and it's it's a serious tome on the history of representation of sex work, etc. But also a flipping good laugh.
You need to write a new chapter because, of course, there's the new sex guidelines, and some of the conspiracy theorists, the people who think that COVID-19 is 5G or is a hoax. I got into an argument that I was on a TV show saying wear masks, and someone replied going, it's all a conspiracy, you don't know anything, wearing your muzzle. They even want to control the sex now. That was the phrase. They even want to control the sex, meaning the guidelines, which do look funny.
Not face to face.
Not face to face. Wear a mask. Have you seen these?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. And what I'll say to that is, they've always wanted to control sex. They've always wanted to control sex in one way or another. But I suppose it's kind of like we've gone from lockdown where it's just don't go out ever unless you have to eat, but then not for very long. And then it's kind of like the gradual lockdown. It's all these kind of like little rules and bits that are coming up. So now people are going, well, I can stand in a garden centre, but as long as I've got 6 people, but I can't meet my boss at home, and it gets really confusing.
Yeah.
And someone was going to have to deal with sex at some point. Is just, how are you going to have sex and not catch coronavirus? So they've kind of come up with, I don't know, but like one of the suggestions is you sort of do it so you're not face to face.
Great, lovely. I'm up for that.
That sounds good.
I'm up for masks as well, to be honest.
Wear a condom, wear a mask. There have been masks available for people to buy to wear during sex for hundreds of years.
Who knew that they were just taking extra precautions with the sanitary lives? But I also heard that you can do it exactly how you want as long as you go for an eye test to Barnard Castle afterwards.
Yes, I have heard that one too. Yes, I'm just testing out my eyesight.
So what are you doing? What are you doing at the moment? Are you working? Are you?
Yeah, so I'm a university lecturer, and we are working from home, which is a nice way of saying absolute panic and bedlam, which is that any teacher or educator is going through at the moment, of trying to work out what on earth teaching is going to look like for this. Nobody knows yet, but it'll be okay. So I'm doing that, and I'm just finishing off another book on the history of sex work for Thames and Hudson. So that's it's not as funny as Curious History of Sex. It's a bit more of a serious one, but they have like loads of really nice illustrations and things with it. So.
I love the fact that through A Curious History of Sex, you managed to sort of reach out to sex workers in your local area. You gave some money to them through the proceeds, didn't you?
Yeah, it's
although not in quite the way that you thought. You had a big check, and you had to show them.
Yeah.
From across the road.
Did you have a big check, one of those big giant checks?
I had this whole big thing planned. It's a group called Basis, and they've been going for over 30 years. They're kind of set up in the wake of the Peter Sutcliffe attacks to support and help women in sex work. And I had this idea that I was going to go in with a big check and do the whole big cheesy, like, oh my God, big check. Coronavirus, no. So in the end, I had to, I stood on the other end of the street with them, looking out of the window and kind of waving. And I had this, homemade sign, and it was. It felt really good, though, to be able to do that, because they've done amazing work all throughout the lockdown, because people didn't think about that bit, especially for street sex workers. Well, it was all very well with saying if you filed tax returns, then you could absolutely claim, and so a lot of people were just plunged into absolutely no money whatsoever. So Basis were putting together food parcels and medicine and emergency deliveries, and people going out every day to make these drops and stuff.
I would imagine a lot of sex workers stopped, but I would also imagine a lot of sex workers didn't stop, and so their lives became even riskier. Even riskier. They're more open to.
It did happen, but the vast majority of women that Basis work with, they didn't, because they want to do what's right and they want to protect their families. And I was doing the deliveries for them, and one of the women that got in contact with us, she hadn't eaten properly for several days. She just run out of everything, but eventually, if people have got no money, if they've got nothing, they have to eat. So they will, put themselves in more danger.
Of course, the lazy narrative is, well, they're all junkies and they're all doing it to feed their drug habit. Okay, well, then maybe some of them are, but there are a huge number that are doing it because they've got kids and they have no other way of putting food on their table and buying shoes and clothes for their kids.
And for some of them, it's less exploitative than working in, I don't know, a coffee shop, or they're working under their own steam.
it's a very, very complex experience. So you do get sex workers that work on the streets, and they're funding drug habits and those things. But then you also get independent workers or brothel workers or male sex workers, dominatrix, phone operators. It's a huge, big, broad spectrum. You know, if you've ever watched porn, I won't ask anyone to admit anything, but you've used the services of a sex worker.
Yeah.
So, you know,
and also some people that really enjoy it. You know, there is that. I don't know what the percentage would be, but you're right. It covers every possible reason for doing it. And it's
some people love their jobs, and some people don't.
It's that lazy narrative of it's a bunch of junkies, and which you know I have a lot.
No, but that's a really old-fashioned approach to it. You know, there were women in the Victorian times going out to save these women. You know, under the assumption that they were going to go to hell and they were in sometimes they were living a lot better than they would have if they'd have done an honest day's work.
You know, it's very true when you look at that. I mean, it was if you look at Victorian England, life in a slum, it was absolutely brutal. And I'm not saying for 1 second that going and selling sex for a jar of gin or whatever was a brilliant option. But when you look at the around it, it probably was the best option available, actually, because they could make some money. So it's no wonder so many people turn to it.
Yeah.
Why sex, Kate? What was the point in your life and you went, I want to hone in on this and really, dig into this? Was there a moment?
Do you know, it wasn't like an epiphany moment of like a blinding light on the road to Damascus. I've just always been quite interested in it from a historical point of view, but because it's something that it's a sort of a universal human experience, pretty much. And it's something that you've got in common with Henry VIII or with Mother Teresa, or do you know what I mean? Like, we know what it's like to fancy somebody, and we know what it's like to feel that
Did Henry
desire.
VIII fancy Mother Teresa? Is that
Yeah, well, he would have had a go. I wouldn't have put it past him. He was a scallywag.
But it's that sex and death we don't talk about. We talk about sex a little bit more than death, but not much more. And we don't, apart from the mechanics, we don't.
We're not good at
discuss.
talking about it.
No, and it's
which is why a lot of kids these days are watching porn and thinking that's it. Yeah. And it's not representative, is it? Really?
And when people lose their minds watching WAP, for example, it's like, but the problem is we're not talking about it, but porn's everywhere. So you've got a generation of kids that are learning about sex from porn. And if like the kind of porn that when I was growing up, it was in magazines. You'd probably find a porn mag in a bush somewhere. Do you remember those? The hedge porn. It was just
those porn bushes don't flower anymore, do they?
Oh, the best find when I was a 14-year-old.
But my daughter was 9 when she had her first experience of someone showing her on their phone, another kid, and this is... It only takes one kid in the class to get a picture, and then everyone sees it.
And that's it. So you've got to have the conversation, because if you grow up thinking porn is what normal sex is like, that's just a disaster. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with porn, but you have to educate people around it.
Again, the porn, and I'm going to tread carefully, but it is obviously, you're right. You would get a magazine and you'd see a lady with her legs open. That was kind of it in the 80s. But now kids can carry around in their pocket the most explicit anything. But also, it's very violent. The porn now. There's a lot of the choke. Seems to be the main, which is, hey, listen, if that's what you're into, absolutely great. I haven't got a problem. But that seems to be the default.
Well, it's not niche anymore, is it?
No, it's the default thing. Important is that, or me and Kath joke about this a lot. But
oh my God,
this
step family
stuff, man. What incest for cowards? What is that?
No, but there's loads of that in Victorian pornography as well.
Really?
Like loads and loads of that. There's
a
Victorian magazine, a pornographic magazine. It's called The Pearl. And if you Google Victorian erotic magazine The Pearl, I think that Wiki Books or someone, they put all of it online, so you can have a look at all of it. And it is really, really explicit stuff. But it's brilliant because it's kind of written like Jane Austen. It's written in that 19th century Victorian way, but it's talking like really in-depth, horrendous things they do to one another. But yeah, they were big on the incest erotica as well.
Wow. I worry, our kids are of a similar age, and it is completely different for girls as it is for boys. But I worry. My boys are 10 and 8. 10-year-old's got a mobile phone. We check his phone at the moment, so we know that on his phone he's certainly not seen anything yet. But it terrifies me. It terrifies me they're going to see this. And I am going to have to contextualise it and explain it and try and bring in, a significant amount of balance. Because my bringing up around sex and stuff wasn't great. It was got very confusing messages from my dad and people that I was in the company of. And it's taken me 30 odd years to kind of sort of realise, oh, okay, this is what I am, and this is what is fair to me and other people, and this is what is not fair, and boundaries. And I just worry about my kids and your kids, and how we're going to deal with that.
I think that.
So can we hand them over to you? Can you?
Yeah,
we'll give him a copy of your book.
I think that it's about facilitating the discussion, because whenever the government tries to get involved in this, generally what they try and do is repress and abolish it. For like several years, they were trying to bring in something called the Digital Economy Act. That would basically mean that if you were going to access anything of an adult nature on the internet, you'd need to put in your credit card details.
Yeah.
And then kind of everybody went, what? That's what? And
What? I mean, not a problem for me, obviously.
But for the guy next door.
but it would be a problem for you if you wanted to like look at my website, for example, because that's adult content. And why should you have to, if you want to look at porn, you as a consenting adult, why should you have to put in your credit card details?
Yeah, it adds an element of shame to it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you know, right.
And so it was all, and kids, you know, if you know children, my God, like my niece and my nephew, they can do things on phone, like they could, like, just, you know, hackers and encryptions. They're not going to be put off by credit card details, for God's sake. So it was abandoned in the end because it didn't work. But what we need to do is explain. You need to be saying to kids, that's not real sex. You can't learn about real sex from porn any more than you can learn about office Christmas parties from watching Die Hard. It doesn't work. It's pretend sex. The people in there aren't having sex like that either. Like if you panned out, you'd see several guys with like boom mics and stood around having a sandwich and a cup of tea, and like you don't see like all the bit beforehand where even the choke stuff, that's all pre-agreed. That's all consent.
Yeah.
You don't see that. Like there's limits that are set up, safe words are in place, they know exactly what's going to happen. That's how porn should be done anyway, but you don't see any of that. So you just, if that's all you see and you think that's what sex is, that's the problem. So we're going to have to kind of be a bit franker than we want to be, because it's an uncomfortable conversation for us too,
but the thing is, if it doesn't come from us, it's going to come from some other kid who's got no clue.
It'll come from porn if you don't jump in there and have that conversation.
And I'm prepared to have that conversation. I'm ready for it. I don't want to have it, but I know I will. I know that my kids at some point are going to see this stuff. I know at some point my kids are probably going to take drugs. I know all of this, and then you get parents that don't want it taught, don't want sex education taught in school because it'll make kids gay. We're going to make kids gay.
Yeah.
It's all of that stuff, and it's just it's a very strange time. I sometimes think that we've come so far, and actually I don't know how far we have come in a lot of ways. Some ways we're going backwards as well, I think, with people like Trump and Johnson. Anyway, Whores of Yore, at Whores of Yore on Twitter.
That's me.
The book A Curious History of Sex.
Yep.
When is the new book coming out? Do we have a date yet?
Hopefully later, very end of this year or the beginning of next year, and it doesn't have a title yet because we can't agree on one. So I might like throw it out to the public, and then I'll have to call it something like Sexy McSexface.
Come on, you're welcome on any time, Kate.
So
it's
good
so
to see
lovely
you.
to talk
Thank
to you.
It was lovely to speak to you. You're both marvellous.
Stay safe. Keep that bacon out of your
cabbage pot.
Or your wap.
You might want it in there.
You might want it in
your
there.
own business.
You might
It's a
want none of my
cabbage pot.
business. I'm a man. I'm telling you what to do with your pot.
It's my cabbage pot.
See you later on. Take care.
Thanks,
Kate.
guys.
Bye.
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 Thank you. She's awesome, isn't she?
She's brilliant. It was a little bit blue, but in a mature way, guys.
Well, of course it was, but she's an academic.
She's brilliant. Well done.
That book is hilarious. It's hilarious.
I bought a load of books, and I think I bought that, and I've got a big pile of books that I never got round to reading. She's brilliant. We got some great guests next week, by the way. We got Jenny McAlpine, Fizz from Coronation Street, who was in the jungle with me, who I love, who's been watching the show, and said to her husband, who I kind of text quite a lot, I wonder if they'd want me on there. And I went, yeah, of course. She's got a new series of Supermarket Sweep start next week or the week after. So
Wonderful.
That's brilliant timing. We got Dougie Anderson coming on, who's just made a new film, which he sent to us, which we can watch on Monday. And he's going to give us a little clip to play.
He's always a laugh.
Well, it's great. We can go and make a cup of tea and a sandwich, because he'll just do the show for 20 minutes. And we have got, and I've completely forgotten the name of the last call. Josh Barry, who is a writer and a filmmaker, and is really interesting. I was on his podcast a while ago, and he's a really nice guy. So we're going to have him next week, and Yeah. Oh, we haven't done this, and we're into the second hour. I can only apologise. We'll do 2 this hour because this is terrible of us. But it's been very busy. Somers Waste Solutions, guys. Quickly give a little bit of background. Then we're going to get into this competition that we got going on.
All right. So Somers Waste Solutions is a family business based in Bedfordshire, but it's it's very flexible and it can serve the rest of the country. So whether you've got a big business or a small one, if you've got to bin stuff, whether we're talking little bits and bobs from your shop or a huge vat of stuff from your factory, these are the people to go to. So you get every single solution in one place rather than having to find a certain person who can handle this kind of waste.
Somers
that one.
Somers Waste, and the kitchen is clean now. Somers Waste, and the floor is so fine. Bob the cat is licking his ass now. So hush, little baby,
That's my entry.
Talk about the dirty blues.
That's my entry. We've got to come up with a slogan for these guys, okay? Because they haven't got one, and it really annoys me. So that's my entry. Is Somers time, the Somers Waste. Here comes Katherine. Do you want any reverb, or are you cool doing it clean?
Go on then.
You want a bit of reverb? Here we go.
I can see you, your green waist shining in the sun. It's gone bin day now and so much left undone, yeah. I can see you, your toxic waste is crawling out. Get on the phone, get the boys of Somers out.
So you got 2 there. We're going to do a little poll in a minute, guys. We're going to do a little poll. So and on Friday we're going to have the final. So we're going to do a new poll. Do you prefer
Somers time,
or the Boys of Sommer?
Boys of Somers.
Okay, so that's Somers Waste Solutions, okay, and their details are on the screen. Oh no, they're not. Hang on. Let's do that properly. Let's hang on. Okay, we go. Go on, Kath, do it. No, you're too slow. Do it again.
You're too slow.
You're too slow.
The magic is too slow. Ready?
Hang on. No, hang on. Mike, hang on. No. No, you paused it. You've broken something. So that's Somers. Right.
Yeah, there's that.
Okay, Poseidon Safety Management, Devon and Cornwall, is a whole lot safer now as a direct result of these guys. Security firm, they can patrol schools, shopping centres, I nearly say shopping precincts, what am I, an old man? Probably beaches, pubs, farms, fields, all kinds of things like that. They Poseidon Safe on Twitter, at Poseidon Safe on Twitter, Poseidon Safety on Facebook, and they like to help the community a lot. I love the fact they got Zeus, who is the dog that Nick, who there he is. There's Zeus.
That's a gnome.
That's the gnome. This is Zeus's head, and there's the
gnome. The gnome is of no use whatsoever.
No, what is that gnome? Can we get even closer into that? What is going on with that gnome? Anyway, so that was Zeus's ears and Zeus's safe. So Katherine, what have you got for Poseidon Safety Management?
Poseidon Safety Management.
We did Poseidon Seaside yesterday, David Turner, so get lost.
Yeah. Hang on. Here come the dogs. We've got a lot of dogs. Poseidon.
Okay, I got one. Oh, Poseidon, it's been a long, lonely winter. Oh, Poseidon, the crooks are running through Devon and Cornwall. Go and catch them now, do. Go and catch them now, and I say, please catch them with your dogs, your guys, your gals, and kill them. So,
kill them?
We have got.
That's still frowned upon.
Here comes, what is it? Here comes Poseidon. Poseidon.
Here come the dogs. I mean, it's
No, but mine one is here comes Poseidon.
all right.
Where would the apostrophe there? Here comes
No, there's no apostrophe.
Poseidon. Okay,
No,
okay.
no,
And
take
yours
that
was,
out.
what was yours?
Take that out, or
It's
I'm not
mine.
joining in.
It's mine. What is yours? Here come the dogs.
Yeah, that's silly. I don't think it's worth it.
I'm not even going to put that down. I'm just going to can't be finish typing it. So we're going to do the poll now, guys. So we're going. Two of these are going to go through. The leading Sommers and the leading Poseidon are going to go through. So please.
Oh,
what the?
Vote for that. Don't you vote? That's not fair.
You can't vote on yours then.
Yeah, I can.
You can't.
Just did it.
So far, Here Come the Dogs has got 0 votes.
I think Here Come the Dogs is a classic. Simple yet effective.
Well, no one else thinks it at the moment.
You can only vote for one.
Here comes Poseidon is in the lead for Poseidon.
You should be shocked that you're only a few ahead. It's neck and neck.
Miles it. Don't vote for hers just because you got sympathy for her. This is exciting. Meanwhile, we're doing about that. The reason that this guy isn't involved is because big up the Gregorian.
It just does the job, doesn't it?
Is there already? If you're getting divorced, what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh.
Stay together. You got kids? Stay together. Be miserable for the next 25 years for the kids. Otherwise, do you know what? In the eyes of God, you are a failure. And you disgust me. Get divorced? You piece of trash. You make me want to puke. I hate you. I hate everything you stand. You took a vow. You took a vow. Stay together. Gregorian, Emerson, family, law solicitors.
How's that?
Should be their slug.
How are you doing since the divorce?
The best advert. The best advert.
Wow.
I'm disgusted that you couldn't make your marriage work. For God's sakes, you took a vow, but as you couldn't.
Terrible.
We've got 2 new sponsors joining us. We had 2
One's for
new
funeral
sponsors.
parlours. And one is for, what was it going to be?
Marriages. No, but I suspect they're going to watch this and go, we haven't actually signed anything yet. We have. Honestly, Gregorian has been with us from the start. And, we've given away a load of T-shirts and stuff. He paid for them. Somers Waste, also one of the first to just go, we like the cut of these guys' jibs.
Yeah. And they went, here, have a picture of our cat.
And which is there. And Poseidon saw what was going on with these guys and with Also Print and Andrew from last week, and decided to get on board. We've got 2 new companies joining us. We've got one next week for a week.
Yeah.
And then after that, we've got a new company that's joining us for a month. You can book us in blocks of a week. Or we do a kind of like a discount if you do it for a month. I swear to God, it's cheaper than you think. And I'm not going to say here, of course. It is cheaper than you think. So if you've got a company, the Harsh, who's sponsoring us next week, he's an accountant. He's a one-man band, right? And
he is good at maths, though.
He's very good at.
So he can make it work.
He's got a scientific calculator. He can make boobies come up on his calculator. That was the test. But he's a one-man band, and he can afford it, right? So it's not anywhere near as expensive as you're thinking, unless you're underthinking, in which case it's probably a little bit more expensive. But send an email, latenightalternative@gmail.com. latenightalternative@gmail.com. Tell us a little bit about your business. Give us your website so we can have a little look at it and make sure that we're all cool, that we would want to work with you. Then we set up a Zoom meeting. Then we'll tell you the prices. Then we'll set up a Zoom meeting and we'll go through it. And if you're happy, then we do it. You can have us for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or if you book 4 weeks, we give a cheeky little discount and we get it in there. And we are booked up, I think, until like mid-September, which is incredible. We'll never do more than 4. We'll never have more than 4 companies at a time because it's not fair on us, it's not fair on the companies, and it's not fair on you as the viewers. This vote is bent. This vote is bent. Oh, fuck.
What?
Both of yours are winning.
Thanks, guys.
I've only got 1 in the final, which we're doing on Friday.
I mean...
Jim says, I'll give you a tenner if you say this phrase every ad break for a week. Will you give us a tenner every day? I would do it.
Well, that's not the rate.
It's just a sentence.
Yeah, but it's not the rate. Our time is money, mate.
Sorry, mate, you're out. Right, okay. Sommer's time was by far the best. Thank you, Derek. But we go by the vote of the idiots. This is why we got Brexit. Brexit is happening here. Trump is happening here.
People have spoken.
But yeah, exactly, and the people are idiots. What is it? Is it Sid Vicious who said, "I've met the man on the street, and he's a." I think it was Sid Vicious who said that. Right. Boys of Somers. So that was you. Okay.
They like that.
So round 3, Boys of Somers. Big final on Friday, and we're going to decide the winner. And then this has to legally become that company's.
Oh, don't let it
catchphrase.
Here Come the Dogs is crap.
Well, Here Come the Dogs is on there because people people feel sorry for you.
Oh, I'm better.
People don't feel sorry for me because people know that I'm doing a big interview with Channel 4 in a few weeks. It's 40 years of Channel 4, and I'm being interviewed about the
early days.
The 11 o'clock show. Being interviewed about the 11 o'clock show, and it's weird. So I'm doing a couple of filming-y things, and I'm a little bit nervous about it because of the COVIDs. I'm really scared of getting the COVIDs. Genuinely scared of it. And
the COVID's 1 through 19.
Yes, I am. And
have that if you want. I've not done it.
Thank you very much indeed. And so doing some filming this thing for Channel 5 next week, which I don't really want to do, but money, isn't it? I can't really turn down work at the moment.
Grin and bank it, my friend.
Exactly. And then in September, I'm doing this thing for Channel 4, 40 years of Channel 4, talk about the 11 o'clock show. God, I wish I had the original suit because I would wear that. I don't know what to wear. And I've been told that I will be I think I'm in a studio on my own.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a cameraman in there, or the camera might be operated by remote control. The director will be in another room, interviewing me over monitor.
Yeah.
The toilet will only be allowed to be used by the people that are being interviewed.
Right.
And then it gets thoroughly cleaned. I mean, they say it gets.
Of course it does.
I don't think you can get COVID through the bum. And it's not like that Amazon fish that can swim up your pee.
No, it's not through the bum, but it's through people not washing their hands, isn't it? And actually, yeah, fecal matter does spread it.
Well, I'm not going to be licking someone else's fecal matter.
Talking about... Sorry, I don't want that back. No, it's about people not washing their hands after they've been to the toilet.
Well, but
and we know what you celebs are like, you dirty
I'm not
beast
going to be
savages.
touching the toilet with my hand. I will be because of cocaine. So I'm doing that, and I'm a little bit... I'm a bit... I don't...
Windy.
I don't really want to do it. They pay me a fair bit of dosh. And also I do want to kind of get my ownership of my history of the 11 o'clock show. But I know I'll go and be interviewed for an hour. It'll be 90 seconds on a show, and they'll just show clips of Sasha and Ricky. And that'll be it. And I'll go, that's my history. That's my history.
Or you might be pleasantly surprised.
I might be, Catherine, or you won't be.
Or it might be nice.
Or not.
Or it might be good.
Or
it might be nice. Bet it's good.
Or not.
Yeah, or bad. It'll be good. It might be a bit good.
We had
not good at all.
You may have seen this. Go on, finish it.
What was it? Right. I'm either going to be in it.
It's either going to be a bit good, not
a lot good,
or
not
good
good at all.
We worked with this guy who had a part. He turned out to be a dodge pot, and he stole everything from.
Careful, don't be too specific now.
My heart.
Yeah.
And he was in a TV program, and he's. What did he say about the second series?
Oh yeah, they've asked me to be. Well, I could be in. The second series is coming up, and then I said I'm either going to be in some of it, all of it, or none of it. And I went, yeah, me too. Some of it, all of it, or none of it.
Oh, let's open the phone. So it's a very.
Thanks, Hedgehog97G.
What for?
Subscribe him. It's about time we can.
We
name
should
people.
mention some. Turing's has gifted some subs.
Batter on it's resubscribed. That's very nice of you. Thank you very much.
Then 247365. Thanking you, sirs. Dr. Bentz. Thank you.
What else have we got?
Rob on Wheels.
Rob on Wheels has gifted a sub. That's very kind of you. Vegan Paul resubscribed.
Gaz
Appreciate
the
that.
Saddler. Resubscribed for 12 months. Thank you. What a year.
CB Chappers, you are marvellous. Thank you.
And Rob on Wheels has gifted a tier 1 to Fats You. And thank you, Katie, for the bits. Follow. We're so close to 10,000 followers, man. We've gone up about 80 since yesterday. 9,731. If you're not following, click follow. Just click follow, and then you can click a little. Oh look, someone's bought one of those T-shirts from Maxwell.
Very cool. There's such a cool T-shirt business he's got there. That's 44T. I love mine. They've shipped my new one and one for my dad as well. So I'm looking forward to receiving that.
They're a lovely, lovely little company. You click follow. You can subscribe if you want. Oh Jesus!
Are the phones up?
Let's do the subscription stuff next week. I can't be bothered.
What about?
What about what?
What subscription stuff?
We're telling people how to subscribe. I can't be bothered tonight.
Well, if you've got Amazon Prime, you don't have to pay any extra. You can do it through your Amazon Prime membership.
Oh, so you're telling them?
I've just told them very quickly. Otherwise, Google it.
Don't ignore me.
Sorry? This is a message that we had. Let's just go back again.
Is it his pocket talking?
It sounded like his.
Don't ignore me.
Ignore me.
Don't ignore me, he said. By the way, the chat tonight, superb, staunch.
Proud of you, kids.
You've learnt. Staunch.
Turns out we didn't need to use the band hammer too much. We just needed to wave it about a bit.
Yeah. God, some of the emails we've had in the last 24 hours from people who don't like the way we run our house.
They don't like the way they run our house, but they won't get out of our living room. And they certainly won't take their shoes off.
God, some of them and they're here tonight. This guy says that.
He does. Oh, he's running. Could he be running?
He's running with one leg, hopping. He's burying someone, Papamon. That's what it sounds like. Redraw Bell. No, I won't unblock you on Twitter. You mentioned that about an hour ago. I don't know why I blocked you, but no, I won't. I don't unblock you on Twitter now.
It's the little end in the cud.
What is this? We're going to phone this guy up.
I think I can.
Because at some point he's going to realise that. I'm going forward now. He's getting to the end of the call. Is he going to say something? It sounds like a grave digger. Okay, look at the two bonds.
Oh, cheeky, aren't they? Look, peepers. You can see a peeper.
There we go, it's coming to an end.
I don't think there's going to be a satisfying conclusion to this. Now I know what it's like to be a dried pea in a maraca.
Just the one.
What the hell was that all about? Let's ask him.
Hello?
What the heck has been going on in your pocket?
I've actually no idea. I wouldn't like to guess. Sorry, I'm walking back. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I had a brilliant idea about an hour ago.
Oh, yeah.
This is the guy who we just listened to digging a grave for 2 minutes.
I'm actually next to a crematorium.
Yeah, we heard. We had a pocket dial from you, and we could hear you what sounded like digging a grave.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologise.
No, don't apologise.
It was your pocket line in, I hope.
Best content we've had this week.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that as a plus. I had this brilliant idea. I thought we'll do interactive GeoGuessr. I was in the town centre and I thought I can film all the stuff around me and guess where I am.
Okay.
And that was about an hour ago. I'm now in the middle of nowhere. Do you want to guess where I am?
Next to the crematorium?
In the middle of nowhere.
Hang on, I don't know quite how to. I know this is actually also my first ever Skype call. I don't know how to. Yeah, hang on.
We should play Geo. Are you near Fenland Crematorium?
Ah, so Fenland, you're in Cambridgeshire.
I've made it a little bit easier for you, haven't I? There, it's a bit of a clue.
The Fens.
Cambridgeshire.
Yes.
Thank you. How did I guess that?
And you win. I'll tell you what. I'll do this again, and I'll go somewhere really difficult another day.
All right then. That sounds like fun to me.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do it again. Cheers.
Bye. GeoGuessr is quite a cool game.
Yeah, especially if they show you the sign and you've worked there.
Did you work there?
I worked for Cambridge Q103 occasionally because it was part of the same group as Hereward FM, which is my first job. Hello.
Hello, Kath. Hi.
How are you doing, Yasmin?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Thanks for ringing.
Great. Oh, no, thank you for calling me back. Sorry, I'm not entirely sure how it works. I'm Skylarking 90.
Aha.
And,
Oh my God!
Hello.
Hang on a minute. Unless Skylarking 90, who I think is a white middle-aged guy, has hired. Oh, in that case, I'm sorry. I'll tell you why I said that, Yasmin, because it's quite a new account.
Yeah.
And the last couple of weeks, we've had so much. We've been given so many reasons to distrust what we are told in the chat. So I humbly, I can definitely tell that you're a woman. So I'm guessing that you are a woman of colour, which was the other point you made. So I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
That was really rude of me. I apologise.
No, it's fine. I mean, I completely understand your distrust of how people represent themselves on the internet. Like, I'm off Twitter completely. I think it's disgusting. So I completely get it. No offence taken.
Good, thank you. That's very good. We've spoken on Twitter, haven't we, Yasmin?
Maybe a while ago. I can't remember. I certainly followed you.
Okay, well, I've certainly seen you. I just, you have a very distinct last name, and I just remember seeing your name pop up from time to time. Maybe we didn't chat directly, but I'm sure. But maybe I'm wrong because I'm old and I'm stupid. How can we help you, Yasmin? You guess you can tell the white middle-aged guy who totally dismissed your experience of being a black woman.
No, it's absolutely fine. This is the internet. It's, everything is kind of suspended, and it's a realm of kind of pseudo fantasy. So, as I said, no offence taken.
Thank you. You're very
but
kind.
I just want to say that, I think that the conversation you had with Dr. Lister was absolutely fascinating. And it's so lovely to have a nuanced, sensible conversation on a Friday night.
Fancy that. I know. It's incredible, isn't it?
That's my influence.
Yeah, I thought it was great that you're talking about the WAP video. Everybody's talking about it. And to actually get an actual academic on to talk about it and, for you to express your views that were thoughtful was great. And, I just basically wanted to throw in my 2 cents of the conversation for what it's worth.
Yeah, go on.
So I think that it's a lot more nuanced than WAP being a means of or an expression of empowerment for women.
Yeah.
Certainly in the context of Black women and Black women's bodies. I by no means profess to be a expert on this at all. However, if you look at the history of the commodification of Black women in the Western world, looking back to a woman called Sarah Bartman, I don't know if you've heard of her, but she was basically a South African woman who was she brought to America and England, basically around the West in the Victorian era, and she was paraded because she had a particularly big bottom and she had big breasts. And so that kind of gaze and that kind of spectacle translates, in my view, and quite a few other people's, academics, Black women's view, as being expressed today through music videos like WAP. Having said that, I think Megan Thee Stallion is gorgeous. I think Cardi B is great. So it's kind of like a two-edged thing. On one side, it's great to see women harnessing their incredible sexual power. Cardi B paid for the video herself, and it's beautiful to look at. On the other hand, the hypersexualization of Black women, particularly, is very tiring. Kath, it really breaks my heart to hear what you have to experience from the public, from faceless men, this slew of undermining comments, this abuse. And as a Black woman like myself, I'm a professional, and a part of me kind of sighs when I see, yet again, women who look like me are reduced to tits and ass.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can say that. And you know
Tits
what?
and ass, yes.
Tits and ass, TNA. And, on the one hand, it's great to see women with bodies like mine. But on the other hand, I know it's for the male gaze and it's a kind of femininity that is not respected. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
It's a really tricky one, isn't it? Because we've noticed, when we do the raids, particularly on a Friday night, I don't know whether it's something about the weekend when people cut a bit looser. But there's a lot of women. There's a lot of women, and they can't all like vests that much, is what I'm saying to you. There's a lot of very low cut stuff going on, and I'm not hating on them for doing that. They obviously, that's what they want to do. I'm never going to tell another woman what she should or shouldn't do, but I do kind of wonder why it seems to be so common, and given the kind of experience I've had on this platform in particular, I think that there's a very kind of one-dimensional image of women in this particular environment at the moment, and they don't really know how to deal with someone who doesn't conform to that, which is why I'll get called like an old bag or, fat or whatever it might be. And I'm not blaming the other women for that. It's all part of a much bigger toxicity, but it is tiring, isn't it? And, I get fed up of calling it out, and I get bored of hearing myself saying it. But at the same time, if I let it slip, I feel like I'm letting my daughters down, my sisters down,
Yeah, no, I agree. And of course, feminism itself is so much more complicated than just, it's not a unified movement. Everybody doesn't agree. There are various factions between feminism. But yeah, it's just, things like WAP, it's so much more complex than it seems on the face of it. That's the one thing that I just wanted to say.
But I am quite glad that it's offending all the right people. That's the main thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think men particularly are always going to want to police women's bodies and minds because, we're incredibly powerful, and it needs to be harnessed and broken in and subdued by any means necessary.
Sorry to interrupt. Can I just tell you what I think you both mean? What you're trying to...
The fact that we both sort of turned to you.
Yasmin, what I think you and Katherine are trying to say is...
It is really, and I had this interaction earlier this morning, and it was a complete waste of my time because this guy was clueless, right? But I just found it fascinating, the cluelessness, basically, of him coming out of nowhere and telling me I could have as much sex as I asked for because he found me attractive, is basically what he was saying. And when I said, who asked you, basically, he told me that I had no sense of humour and that... I was uptight and all that.
Ended it with a kind of cheer up love.
Oh, but I also went into how I'm not as famous as Iain, and it was all kind of that. You went straight from, I would, to, well, you're a cow and you're not very good at your job, and no one tells you this, obviously, and it just got really nasty really quickly. And you would think that was something from an inexperienced person, right? And you look at the profile picture, and it's someone probably a fair bit older than me.
Yeah, how sad.
Yeah,
Pathetic.
And that's the way he comports himself. And I don't feel like... I was trying to sort of talk to him about why he felt like he should say that to me. But he just went very, very defensive. And it was pointless. But I kind of wanted to call him out on it, not really for his benefit, but for other people. Because it's just... It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts that someone feels... able to talk to someone they don't know like that.
And we will let you go in a second, Yasmin. Sorry to keep you. Why did you come off Twitter? Was there a specific event? Was it a build up, or did you just thought I don't fancy this anymore?
Yeah, well, I made a comment about a court case that was going on because I'm a lawyer, and I thought, it might be cool to have a Twitter presence to engage other people. And the attack that I got from this comment was just mad.
Yeah.
And a couple of weeks after, a little while afterwards, I was on a debate on Sky News about race and change. And, at that point, I was so happy that I wasn't on Twitter because I just know the amount of racist and sexist abuse I would have got through that medium would have been atrocious. I just think it's an incredibly toxic environment. I don't want to wake up, look at Twitter, and it's like you have 100 people shouting at you all at once, just talking nonsense. It just got a bit too much. So, yeah, awful environment.
But the real shame of it, of course, is that we need more voices like yours rather than people going, sod this, I'm out.
But you know what? That's part of, I think, being a woman, prioritising self-care.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sacrifice that for cretins who want to call me every name but a child of God. I'm not interested.
The Twitter experiment was fun for a while, but it's failed. I think Twitter should go now because it's horrible.
Yeah.
There's 90% awful, 5 to 10% can be decent.
Yeah.
Yasmin, it's so nice to talk to you. Thank you so much. And again, I'm really, really sorry for earlier on, and thank you for calling in and taking it with such good grace.
Oh, not at all. No problem, Ian. Lovely to talk to you both. Have a good evening.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There we go.
In it though.
White middle-aged guy tells black woman she doesn't know what she's talking about.
That's not quite what happened, but also let's bear in mind the context of the conversations we've been having.
And also we have had some real good evidence. We are on hyper alert, but we've had some real good reasons the last 2 weeks to not trust the chat. And yet the chat tonight has been all right. Apart from a couple of people I blocked, the chat has been all right. Thank you, Yasmin. That was brilliant. That was a good time to click that button for the non-subs. Play a little Addington break. Hello, caller. You're on the Late Night Alternative, the only phone-in show on Twitch.
Hello?
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 Yes?
It's Lisa.
Hello, Lisa. What are you calling us from, like, the 1920s? This phone quality is awful. Hello?
Huh?
Hello?
We can't hear you very well, Lisa.
Hello?
There we go. We got you. What can we do for you tonight, Lisa?
I just wanted to let Katherine know that she shouldn't listen to what they say, and she actually inspires me. I find you very inspirational.
Ah, man. Thanks very much. Thank you. I don't really know what to do with that, but I appreciate it.
How did Lisa, if you don't mind me asking, how does she inspire you? What? I'm not
really embarrassing, but go on.
Well, is the inspiration that any old knob can? No. What? How is she inspiring, Lisa?
Just the fact that she doesn't let it get to her, and she just carries on not worrying about it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lisa.
I'm very lucky to have her as my best friend. I'm very lucky.
It wasn't always like this, Lisa. You get to a point where you don't give a toss anymore, and I hope it comes to you earlier than it came to me.
Thanks.
Take care of yourself.
You have a nice weekend, Lisa.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Never says a lot, but what she says is often very, very insightful.
Yeah, I'm a very inspirational character.
I mean, this is why I was questioning, because I don't know if maybe inspirational means something different. I don't know.
Yeah, but despite everything, I'm still here.
You're my best mate.
Thanks. You're my best mate.
Shut your face.
Not yours.
Marry me.
No.
What?
What for?
I'm lonely. But you are my best mate. I'm so lucky. This is my job. Is hanging out. Excuse me. Is hanging out.
Oh, that was nice.
Working with you.
Yeah.
That's all right, isn't it?
Isn't it good?
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it when we met in that hole in Luton?
You could be Nick Coffer. I could have Nick Coffer set or David Prever.
Same shirts.
Sat next to me. Yeah, same shirts. You speak to this guy, because this guy's getting on my nerves.
What do you want?
Whoa.
Nice, isn't it? You know, you ever go at me at the top of the show? What do you...
We're consistent, if nothing else, Gary.
It's true. I've spent some more unnecessary money off something off Facebook. I just want to be accountable to you for my money, if that's okay.
Please do, Gatford. Yes. Tell me what you've bought and I'll tell you if I approve or not.
Okay. So my fridge smelt a bit a couple of months ago, so I put some baking soda in there.
Mm.
I saw on Facebook you can get one of those things that goes down the
I would suggest you take your pants out of there.
No
Give
deal.
it a good old wash.
Stop putting them in the crinkler.
No deal.
Crinkly enough as it is.
And you put this pipe down the hole, and then you push water down it, and then you syringe all the gunk out.
Why have you got gunk in the hole in your fridge? That's not a thing. What hole?
What hole?
The hole at the back where the water goes down. Every fridge has got it.
What water?
Go look.
Do you mean a bath?
No,
So
go
you
look
mean
at
You mean the where the
inside or out?
Inside the fridge at the back. You might have to pull out your vegetable
There's
truck.
a hole where water comes out. What an absolute
No,
melt.
where water goes in.
Well, we've got a new one. It won't have gunk in it yet, or it might have
What have
gunk
you
in
done?
it. Uppa,
The
what's
cats have destroyed pictures by my children.
jealous? Very jealous beast, the cat.
They're,
Right, so at the back.
We've gone misty, Ian. We've gone misty since you've gone.
By the way, guys, membership cards. I didn't dox anyone.
I've got one of them.
Gerald, continue.
Yes. Well, so I think I need help. I think I need to. I think I need to be banned on Facebook or something.
Banned on Facebook or banned from Facebook because
Well,
you.
I don't have the
Top or bottom, Gary?
bottom where the vegetable tray would be.
You crisper.
That's it.
I've taken the crisper out.
Yeah.
How you calling it that? Because I call it
And there's where water goes down.
Terrible wind.
Please stay out there until you have not got terrible wind.
There's no water in the fridge, mate.
Is yours?
I'm not old man Steptoe.
Have you got like a fancy new American one or something? Or?
I haven't got headphones in, so I can't hear.
Have you got a fancy new American one or something?
No, I've got a fridge.
Well, I've got it, and I'm going to syringe the water out. I'll do a little video if you like.
I've syringed a fridge.
I will give you £1 if you drink your fridge water.
I don't need the pound that badly.
£5 to drink your fridge water.
How much?
£5.
Keep going.
He's bending. Look, £10 to drink a whole glass of fridge water.
Deal.
You got to film it. Don't do it now.
Bearing in mind that this man is not in the best of health as it is.
He's going to lose another toe.
He's going to get cholera. And it's going to be your fault.
That's getting better. I had the stitches
What, he's
out
growing
today.
back, is it?
No.
Well, it's not getting better then, is it? You've lost the toe.
Well, that's not getting better.
Getting better as if it grows.
It's not hurting anymore.
That's ridiculous improvement that even I can't do. And I have watched a lot of Heroes this
Boba
week,
Fett
so...
says, I do not approve of you spending this money, Ian. Go on then, go and do it. Drink. I want to see you. Take the phone, let's see you drink your fridge. Dry.
Well, I've got to wait for the thing to arrive, then do it.
Goodbye, Gatford.
It's another one of those. I've ordered something. You don't know it. It's from another school.
Now, that bright light is coming from...
This. No, it's this.
Yeah, it's this, isn't it? It's this, isn't it? I can turn
And
it
I'm
down.
already a very, very white person.
Here's the thing. If I can turn it down, but then if we get... if I go to a darker
darkened
screen...
room, yeah, we won't see. Oh, yeah. What's this going to be?
Go on then.
Hello, Carl. Did you just...
Yeah, I did.
Hello, how are you
How dare
doing?
you use my song to cover up? Carl,
Hello?
what's what? Tell me.
What's what?
You've been listening to Alan Bezic, yeah?
A lot, yes.
How do,
Do you
Carl?
remember? Just Kath will remember. Do you remember James Stanage?
Yeah, I've heard of him. I don't think...
You
I
should
think
listen to some of
I think
these.
I've been to the pub with him. Him and Noddy Holder. That was the same...
James Stanage is brilliant.
Did Stanage used to work at...
1152.
Was that Key 103?
Not that. Yeah, he did Key 103, and I think he was also is it 1152?
Right. Well, this would have been a
Piccadilly,
long time ago.
Piccadilly Radio.
Boom, which turned into Key 103. So,
But
yeah.
I think he's still on now. I think.
Is he?
But
Well, I know
you
that he
should
had
try
this
it,
kind
yeah.
of... He was sort of James Whalish, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he was a bit. I've listened to him back now. If you listen to him now, it's a hard listen.
Oh, really? Why? Is he angry?
Oh, no, because stuff you say then you can't say now, sort of thing.
Oh, I see.
A few YouTube
Hang
things
on.
you'll
He
you'll
received the
understand.
stations received a fine of £125,000 in 2005, and after reading out
That's
comments
it,
and
yeah.
jokes submitted by a listener about the death of Ken Bigley. Remember who Ken Bigley
Yes,
was?
I do.
Was beheaded. Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Key 103 received several fines during Stanage's 20-year career on the station.
God, he did the jokes 2 days after his death was confirmed.
But I remember Steve Allen telling me something about that just before I went on air. So, you know, those kind of people do that kind of thing. Is he still on? James Stanage is one of the presenters on Manchester online radio station.
That's it, yeah, the
ManchesterRadioOnline.com.
Yeah.
He's not.
You used to
subject
call people baby, if you remember. Baby, you say baby. You used to call people baby for some reason.
Let's see if he's on. Let's see what this
Have a
online
listen.
station is. Hang on. Let's have a little look. I've got a feeling this online station isn't going to work. The wheel is spinning, but it ain't ManchesterRadioOnline.com. Nope, the site cannot be reached.
Verboten. Silenced again. Anyway, so what are you? Do you like Bezic?
Yeah, Alan Bezic's been on for years.
Donkey's years.
Yeah, I've only recently heard of him, which is crazy.
Yeah, a lot of it. He used to do Kathy used to do sort of what do you call it, like commercial. What do you call it? Like you buy things and whatnot. What do you call that sort?
Shopping.
No. What do you? Oh no. I can't think.
Oh, I know.
Type of
Consumer.
radio.
Like a consumer
Yeah,
program.
consumer stuff. Yeah, consumer stuff. Yeah, he used to do that.
Hello.
I imagine it'd be very good. Oh, so
yeah.
he'd know when a scam was a scam or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the time when Becky won and what's he called? The other fellow, Salford guy, was on it at the time. It's different time. Radio was different then, wasn't it?
Different then, wasn't it?
Yep. But what's he
but
called?
we're not radio anymore. Someone included me in the list of people that are really good on radio, and I'm thinking,
Well, you are good on the radio. It's just that we're not on the radio anymore.
I don't do it.
It's
Danny
still
Baker's.
radio, isn't it?
Danny Baker. This isn't radio. This isn't radio. Danny Baker's had to start a Patreon account. That breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. My inspiration, one of my main inspirations for broadcasting, I ripped off so much from him, has had to do a Patreon. And I sent him a little private message saying, mate, I can't believe it. 2 people that have won multiple awards. He's won 5 times the awards I ever did. And we can't get a gig. And he said, mate, I know, I just don't get it. And he's had to start a Patreon. I'm sure he'll do very well out of it. It's a legitimate...
Danny Baker's a clever fellow, though, isn't he?
He's brilliant. He's one
He's
of
clever,
the best.
Yeah. He's clever. If you're clever, you do well in radio, don't you?
No.
You've got experience. If you switched on and clever sort of thing.
No.
He notices things, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's not got a job, whereas Dan Wootton has, and he's thick.
If you're too creative, you become quote unquote dangerous because they can't describe what you do, and it's being run by suits.
If you worked on this morning, you'll get to radio straight away, won't you?
What, the TV programme this morning?
Yeah.
Who?
Apart from you, people who like Kate Garraway, she's got a bit of a slot on radio, hasn't she?
Oh, Good Morning Britain.
The people who've been on, they can do a bit of that. It translates to an afternoon of radio sort of thing.
I don't know. I think we're in danger of going the way of talking complete and utter bollocks. Carl, lovely to talk to you. Thank you. I don't understand what was going on there.
Yeah. I like Kate Garraway anyway.
Oh!
What happened?
I've got very weak magnets.
I thought that was a push pin, but then I thought it couldn't possibly be because that's some sort of whiteboard setup we've got there.
Magnet. What do you think of Andre Walker? I thought he was funny until I found out who he works for. I think he is just... he doesn't like me. I don't like him. I think his politics are obnoxious. I think he's a shit stirrer for the sake of it. And what on earth gives him the right to tell women that they shouldn't be having abortions and put it all down to money? I think he's one of the worst. I think he's one of the worst. Once he signed on to Talk Radio, I thought, aha, my days here are numbered.
There are a lot of people
Awful.
For whom you would think, well, the kindest way to think of them is, it must be an act. But if it is an act, wow, what a thing to sell your soul for.
I don't really want to make this dimmer.
Don't then, I'm all right.
Well, you look like...
I
I
like
through
it.
you.
It's
I
like
can see
very...
the fireplace through the back of your head.
It's lovely. It's like RuPaul's Drag Race. The light
Judge
is...
Judy, isn't it?
The light is so bright that it washes me out completely and you can't see anything but my lovely fringe that I cut myself.
Did you ever see Johnny Rotten on Judge Judy?
Yes.
Okay.
Wasn't that strange?
Yeah.
A strange scenario.
Yeah.
It's like a fever dream.
Johnny Rotten on Judge Judy being sued by a drummer.
Yeah. And it was a real case, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, Judge. She tells him off.
He was loving it though, wasn't he?
Remember when we had him on? What a nice man.
We thought we were going to get someone who'd be a little bit tricksy to handle. Actually, what we got was the most... he was a lot of fun, wasn't he?
He was an old pantomime dame. That's what he was.
Yeah, he was.
He was a big old show business, kind of what we used to call in the old days an old queen. He was very camp, and he was lovely. And he loved us because we didn't mention the P word. We didn't talk about punk. John Lydon, Judge Judy.
There he is.
Here we go. It's we won't play it all, but it is. I remember watching this one afternoon. It popped up on the telly. I was like, "What the flipping heck is this?" And there's a bit where she tells him to be quiet, and he's flirting with her. She's flirting with him. It is an absolute joy. Here we go.
Oh, quick bit of blouse business for Deb 900. This is an old one. I think it's. Does it say Bershka on it? Hey, don't look.
Bershka.
Don't look at my string vest, Bershka. Had ages.
Yeah.
Right. I want to say something. Usually.
Also, look at his tie. Is his tie made of metal?
Probs.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, that's metal there.
Yeah, he wouldn't wear a normal tie,
Of
would
course
he?
not. He's John Lydon.
I want to tell you something. Usually, hey, be respectful. Be respectful in your house. Don't be resistant.
Pretends he was doing that. He's there doing that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's like doing that. Whoa. Just got the old thing there. Sorry, what was that?
My favourite one of those is this one. When you go in your pocket.
Respectful in my house.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
It's in mono out of the right speaker. I'm really sorry, Spider. I'm
It's
playing
from the olden times.
Yeah.
Mr. Williams, I want to tell you something. You know what the word nudnik is?
Yes.
I don't know if I could travel with you for 4 months, Mr. Williams. I'm really not sure. I'm sure you're a very nice gentleman, but you're a bit of a nudnik. And you want your rights, and you want things done your way, and you want things done in a certain fashion. This is a very strange business you're in, sir.
Nudnik.
I mean, I don't know from this band. The last band I heard was...
Someone who's annoying or irritating.
Yeah.
Ah.
Is the Nudnik special. Yeah.
Every day is a school day. I love Judge Judy. Do you remember when I dressed up as her? For the radio, not just for fun, although it was fun.
I bet. Well, no, it's not.
No. She's excellent. Excellent.
Hey, Zaffa Cakes is raiding with a party of 127.
Well,
Can we get a shout out for my great friend Bill Al Zaffa Cakes, please? Can we?
I'm embarrassed now.
Can we? No. This doesn't work. Can?
You got to do that.
No, I don't.
That's what you did before.
It's there.
Whack it up.
It's coming through on this. They can hear me, but the effects aren't working. There's fireworks.
Can we get a shout out for Zaffa Cakes?
Don't you have to turn up the bit where it
No,
says
because
fireworks?
that is my microphone. But this is this.
Shh. Okay, you've got a microphone. Let's use indoor voices.
Because it's coming through here. The voice changer should flip in. Zaffa Cake's getting right on my nerves. What the hell is he doing raiding? Right, now it'll work. Here we go. Right.
Right, we're in for a treat now, everyone.
Hey. Can we get a shout? Can we get a shout out for Zaffa Cakes, please? Can
Muted.
What is? I'm not. It's not muted. It is coming through right now. Very loud in my ears. Can we? Hello. Why? Here we go.
Hello. Here we go. That didn't have it turned on.
Can we get a shout out for Zaffa Cakes, please?
Can we get a shout out?
They're not getting any of this.
You can hear this. Can you hear this? You can hear this. Can we get a shout? Oh, yeah.
Can we? Yeah.
Can we get a shout out to Zaffa Cakes?
la la. I've no idea what's going on now. Hang on. Hang on.
Okay, now
Can we get a shout out to Zaffa?
Can we block Zaffa
Can we
Cakes?
block Zaffa Cakes from the chat, please? Because he has totally balls this up, and I do not accept his raid. Your raid is denied. Your raid is denied because you just ruined everything. Make me sick. Make me so sick.
Seriously though, welcome.
Seriously,
welcome.
get out.
No, welcome.
There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight.
Could we have one in here, please?
Who sang that first?
Now, was it?
No.
No, I know it wasn't the Carpenters.
No.
It was Sadaka.
Nope.
Go on then.
Herman's Hermits.
There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight. All over the world, you can hear the sound.
Actually, it might not have been.
You say it with such conviction.
Let's
I
have
rolled over.
Let's have a little look. YouTube. This is going to be the one that gets us banned, right? Kind of hush. Herman. Here we go. It's there. Here we go. Look at these.
Oh, look at
one of the worst bands of all time.
Was it?
Herman. I've worked with Peter Noon remotely. Difficult. Let's just say.
Mercurial.
Difficult.
Kind of hush all over the world tonight.
Oh, he is, isn't he? La 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 la. Oh, they can't hear it. So there really is a kind of hush for everyone else. Well, we'll start it again.
We won't
for your
actually.
benefit.
We won't. Because I don't think you deserve it. He looks like Asquith there, doesn't
He
he?
does. I was thinking that actually.
Arrogant man.
Him or Asquith.
Noon.
Asquith is a darling,
Noon.
isn't he?
Noon.
Yeah, you couldn't hear it, but it sounded like him singing.
Actually, you not hearing that does us
It's very helpful.
a
We
great
meant
favour,
to do it.
because it means we won't get demonetised on YouTube.
He does look a bit like Matt Damon.
Zaffa Cakes, did you know that I'd worked with Pharrell?
Because he didn't till
Pharrell.
2 days ago.
And that makes me happy.
Happy. Do you feel like a room without a roof? Also known as a garden.
A room without a roof is not a garden.
What is it then?
Well,
In a courtyard.
Well, no, because a garden is out. Are you nuts? Is that what you've always thought he meant by that? A garden?
What is it
Seriously?
then? What is it then?
Seriously? Is that what you...
Can you stop poking me?
I wasn't poking you.
They saw your finger moving.
Okay, that's not my finger. That's the finger of the Bonds. Just down the Bonzo Dog Doodah band that are down there.
Yeah, gardens have 4 walls, but where's the roof? Rod Black.
Excuse me. Gardens don't have walls.
Some do.
They don't. The Magic Garden does. The Secret Garden.
The Magic Garden.
You know
we don't talk about the Magic Garden. They're not supposed to know
You
about
know
that.
the movie, The Secret. They've just made a movie of The Secret Garden. I don't know if it got released in the end because of COVID. They were trailing it before COVID. The Secret Garden.
Yeah.
Right, and I used to love the book The Secret Garden.
Although I read it to the kids and I had to edit quite a lot of it out.
Is it racist?
Yeah.
Good. That's why I used to love it.
Because she starts out in India.
Don't we all? Cliff Richard.
Let's just say some of the terminology is not on.
Okay. But it's the secret. There is no magic in that Secret Garden.
No.
But in the movie The Secret Garden, they made it magic.
Oh, why?
When the magic is metaphorical. But in the movie, it's literal.
Mm.
It's literal.
That was a dark. I mean, everyone.
What's your language?
What I'm saying is, everyone at the beginning of that. The reason why she comes back from India is because everyone dies.
Good. We all die.
It's a terrible book. And then there's a kid up in his bedroom, not able to come out, and he's got some sort of mystery illness that turns out not. I mean, it's a terribly dark book.
It's the last hour of the week, so let's just get on with it, shall we? Let's do these. So we're doing competition. So on Friday we're going to have so this is round 4, and then on Friday we're going to vote on the winner. So Somers Waste Solutions, Somers Waste Solutions, Somers Waste Solutions, Somers Waste. They do this. I
got one.
Okay, go on. Do you want any read?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, ready? Hot bins, summers in the city, get them out, they ain't looking pretty. Hot damn, summers in the city, they could do your toxic waste and or your biddy. Biddy? It needs more work.
Somers in the city.
Yeah, hot bins, summers in the city.
Hot bins, is that in brackets?
Yeah.
Hot
Summers
bins,
in the city.
Summers in the city. Okay.
Hot bins. Doom, doom. I can see it.
All right,
I can make it
it's my
great.
turn. Right, Tobes, shut up. Shut up. My one is, I got it. Switch and save, save, save with Somers Waste Solutions. Switch and save, save, save with Somers Waste Solutions. If you think they can save you money, why don't you switch? If your company is quite rubbish, phone up Somers and switch. Switch and save, save, save with SommersWasteSolutions.com. Switch and save, save, save with SommersWasteSolutions.com.
I think we get the idea with that one.
Okay, so I don't know.
Very nice.
Okay. So that's the Somers Waste solution, guys. So hang on a minute. Just going to type this into the poll. So new poll. So yours was Somers in the city.
That is not a question. That is your observation, and I think it's an unfair one.
And mine one is, what was it? Switch and save, save, save. You quite like that one, didn't you?
I like the original song.
Okay.
You were ripping off there.
That I made it. Right. Okay. Well, I didn't rip it off, Catherine. That's unfair. That's unfair.
We were both ripping off songs.
Right. So that's Somers, right?
Okay.
Rob Black, I'm going to find a way of giving you your 100 bits back because I think you're a piece of trash and I think you're scum.
You're going to like this one.
I think you're scum. Okay.
Poseidon.
Hang on. Pick up the Gregorian.
Oh, no.
I'm just doing it. Go.
Darling, call Poseidon for me, 'cause when the dogs are what you need, Zeus and the boys will bleed. Darling, call Poseidon for me. And so on.
By the way, thank you, the Smiths. This doesn't count, but Somers inside so strong. Well done. But that's out. That is not part of the competition. That is not being voted on. Okay, that's not being voted on this week. What did you? I don't know what you just did then. Right. So.
Belinda Carlisle.
Okay.
Darling, call Poseidon for me.
All right.
And it did sound a bit like Stevie Nicks, actually. Now we know how she does it.
Shut up, Dave.
Just like the
Please stop it. How can I think of a song when you're singing a song?
I'll be quiet. Oh, shush.
Okay, I got one.
Excellent. Can't wait.
Who let Poseidon out? Who let Poseidon out? Who? If you got crime in Devon and Cornwall, Poseidon kick their ass, gonna kill them. Who let Poseidon out? Who?
Yeah.
ADS, you're getting very close to being banned by asking that question. So, So the two there. What was your second? What was that one? Belinda Carlisle.
Darling, call Poseidon for me.
Okay. And
What?
What was my one?
I think you're skewing this.
Who let Poseidon out?
What even put it
won't
in?
let me do the letters. So it won't let me do the letters, but I was going to say best there. Okay, let's keep this short and sweet because this actually I don't want any getting on my nerves now. So the vote is up. The vote is up. The poll is up. Get your votes in. You click on it, then you click vote. Who let Poseidon out is way in the lead at the moment.
I think it's a very unfair question you put there.
Switch and save is not getting any votes. I'm going to sing it again. Switch and save, save, save with SommersWasteSolutions.com. Switch and save, save, save with SommersWasteSolutions.com. the 4 people that voted
Repeat
for
to
that,
fade.
4 people that voted like that, I would like a picture of your screen to show that you voted for that, and we'll give you VIP status.
You say 4. You voted for yourself on that one.
I didn't vote that one, actually.
3.
I vote who let Poseidon out. Lino said, I would have gone Poseidon and on, but I'm just a professional jingle writer. You're also a
Ooh.
professional idiot. Also a professional idiot. All right, the competition is rubbish. So I've got 1 in the final. So you've got Somers in the City and you've got Belinda Carlisle.
Mm-hmm.
So these are in the final that we will do on Friday.
Papa Morph. Paul Young. I think you're missing out Zucchero. Saint Somers Donna.
I'm so close to timing a lot of people. This is a block party. Right.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
So
We've been too kind.
the final on Friday these are the Poseidon entries. Katherine, can you sing them?
No, that was just a.
All right, well, can you just announce them? These are Poseidons.
Poseidon.
They're all yours.
Trident tested. Trident.
Oh, we
tested.
were doing just like slogans
Yeah,
at the start.
yeah,
Why
that's
did
what
it
I'm
turn
saying.
into songs?
Because you're
Okay, no, fair play.
a
I am.
creative man.
Yep.
Somers. Boys of Somers.
Was that one mine? Was it any?
No, that was mine. Round 2, Don't Take the Poseidon and Somers Loving.
No, just read the Poseidon ones.
Oh, right, okay.
Then we'll do this. So these are the 4 Poseidon
You do
ones.
it. You know what's in your head.
Well, no, I don't know which is which. You wrote these. Trident.
I didn't write
I
them.
wrote them, but you came up with them.
It's in felt tip. You wrote
Poseidon,
that.
Trident, tempted.
Trident tested.
Don't take the Poseidon.
Yeah.
That was you, is it?
Yeah.
So here comes the dog.
Here come the dogs. Yep.
Here comes the
Here
dog.
come the dogs. Mm.
And Belinda Carlisle. So they're through to the final. And Somers, Boys of Somers.
Yeah.
Somers Loving, that was my one.
Yeah.
So I'm still in with a chance. Still in with a chance. Still in with a chance. Boys of Somers is Catherine's, and then the last one she did just then. So they're all coming up later on. Guys, if you want to be part of this real creative hub here, real creative vibe.
We are actually
I'm talking!
We're thinking of sacking this all off and just going into advertising full time.
Yeah. So we will. You've really got.
Oh.
Okie dokie.
Sounds like a reasonable idea, yeah.
Ain't it though? Ain't it though, dear? Ain't it, Mum? Can you hear me, Mother? Hey, when I'm cleaning.
I find that
windows-
offensive.
What?
That's my culture.
Oh, okay, not proper offensive. I wasn't racist or anything. So this last hour of the show, guys.
We were going to talk about changing rooms and how daft and old-fashioned it was. Do you want to do that?
Well, let's see if we get any more phone calls. What we're going to do. Oh, good, shut up! Shut up!
Shh, Herman's.
Herman's permits.
Yep.
So let's.
It was fast.
But not funny, as one of my kids once said.
Cameron, yes.
There we go. So let's wait for a phone call.
Yeah.
I want a video phone call. I'm not just going to accept a phone call. I want a video phone call.
Faces.
I want a video phone call. I want a video phone call. That's what I want right now. GB Sanderson, how have I only just found this? Because today's the very first one. We've never done this before.
We were just waiting for you to turn up, to be honest. We've just been marking time until you showed your face.
Here we go. We got a phone call. Is it a video phone call? Hello.
Yes, it's a video phone call from
we saw
Nina.
it. We saw it, but listeners, you didn't see it. We saw the big old glass of Friday night wine. Big old Friday night wine. Why not?
Thank you for joining us, Nina.
Enjoy it. Enjoy yourself, Nina. Relax. Relaxez-vous, s'il vous plaît, madame.
Oh, there we go.
I've had a busy day. Oh, sorry. My big finger out.
Tell us about it, Motorhead.
Motorhead.
No.
Motorhome.
All right, you sit down. But yes, thank you very much.
That's a belter.
What have you got? Why has it been so busy, Anina?
Well, so I'm in the middle of clearing out some clutter. My mum's clutter. When I say clutter, I mean hoarding.
Okay.
And it's quite time intensive, but so there's lots of it's hard work, but I'm coming across lots of little gems, finding things that she's kept forever. And I don't mean like receipts from 1984 onwards, which is the true story, but I found this letter I wrote.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
come on, Scudgers.
I don't know how old I was, but I was young. Anyway, so the story is I had a lovely friend who lived next door but one, Irish family, and I'm thinking now. I don't know. Anyway, right, let me read it. Dear Jerry, 15th of May, no year. I don't know what year it is. Dear Jerry, I hope you are well. If you want to know how I am, I'm fine, thank you. We have a pet now. It's a cat, and it's a he. He is naughty sometimes. His name is Dandy. He's black and has got white paws and a white patch under his chin. Your dad has seen him and he thinks he's nice. We've had hot weather since last week, but it's windy today and it's cold in the garden. So I started writing this letter to you. I miss you and I haven't got many people to play with now. But I still have fun with Deborah. That's my sister. I'm getting on very well at school and I've made my promise at Brownies. Now I think I must have been 7. I hope your mum is well and your cousins and aunties and uncles. I'm always looking for you in your garden and wishing that you were here for me to play.
God, this is the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Lots of love from Nina. Now, I remember Jerry, so I was about 7. He was a bit younger than me. He was about 5. And they were this Irish family. His dad was Paddy and his mum was Bridget. I do remember that. I don't remember their surname. But he moved away. And I really missed him. And I wrote him this letter. And the saddest thing of all is that letter never got sent to him. In my mum's stuff. So she's had this letter since I was 7. So I'm thinking the internet must be the place to find Jerry. Would you think?
Yeah,
I must.
You know his last name, do you?
That's the big problem here.
Right, so give us a rough area of where Jerry would have been living.
He's not going to be watching, is he?
No, but hang on, we can put a clip out, we can put it on the internet and let Twitter do its thing.
You can edit it.
I'm delighted to find this because I know we can't find him tonight, but I'm so delighted to find this because he was like my first little best friend, you know. And then I'd written this letter to him to tell him how much I missed him, that I couldn't, you know, I was looking for him in the garden. He was next to the one to find him, to play with him. And she never bloody sent it. Sorry, swearing.
We've had a lot worse tonight, trust me.
Oh.
Well, if there is a Jerry who's 2 years younger than Nina...
And has got a mum and dad called Paddy and Bridget, Irish, I mean, what's the odds of that?
Please get in touch and we'll pass the letter on. Well, you've heard the letter.
Unite us, yeah, it would be great.
Maybe you want to reply. Imagine if Jerry does watch the show, says new to this too. Wouldn't that be something?
It would. It would.
Nina, we wish you the very... Is Mum still alive? When you say clearing out, that often implies that Mum's passed on.
We're in that territory and of, you know, paying for care and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, getting a place sorted out to sell, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm finding loads of really interesting stuff, like my first news books at primary school. And oh yeah, I did find my. In fact, this is from right. So I was 7. Found my little my brownie promise thing that I'd coloured in really nice and neatly.
Nina Holland. Forgot the second L, but you managed to squeeze it in.
Yeah, I think that was written by Brownell, but I tried to go over it in pen, but
right.
Ruined it basically. And then look, you see that
miniature
Oh,
garden.
look.
What a funny old
See,
world.
the brownies still had that uniform when. Well, I was never a brownie, but I was a brownie. I was a ranger guide. I used to help with the brownies. So, but it changed. It changed. Remember bobble hats, Nina?
Yeah.
It's all tracksuits now.
Nina, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna make a move simply because I've just realised that a friend of mine is doing something live in New York at the moment, and I just want to pop in and say hello to them. Thank you very, very much for sharing that.
Nice
I
to
really
see
appreciate it. Always lovely to see you. Imani's doing an online. We've got to be careful because Imani's quite potty mouthed.
Clearly,
she's doing.
So
an
this
online,
happened by accident, like they all
art
do.
exhibition.
But
I just thought we could just
I
pop in
figured
for a
I
minute.
was trying to be more free and less
Tell her we're
rigid
here.
with this structured tape thing and applying layers and letting it dry and waiting and.
When you started this painting, did you have Dragonfly on your mind? You wanted to do this?
Not at all.
Kinda
It was
accidental.
this is how I'm going to save this piece of shit.
Cool.
It's a very
She's there with
iconic
two other people.
image,
You know
and
what those
people
people's names
are
are?
like it generally.
Jeff
And
Coppola.
whatever the
Right.
fuck I had
The guy's called
underneath that
Jeff
was just.
Coppola.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time with colors. I love them all, and I want them all to exist on the
love
same
Imani's pictures.
painting.
That big
and
picture in the back that you can't.
I find the only way to actually pull that off is to
That's an Imani. I
find
love it.
a hook
I love it. Shares
in your mess, your chaos of color. Find something that resonates with something else, and then create hues.
I think she's so good.
And try to make it make sense at
This
some
is on
point.
Instagram
I don't know
Live
what
if
the
you wanna
fuck
go
I'm
and
talking
look.
about, but
She's
I'm
not
learning a
swearing,
lot.
but I'm
Is your
I'm
stuff
talking.
meant to be looked at under blacklight, or do you prefer is it a?
No, that was an accident. I didn't really realize
Do you remember
that
when we met up with her?
Yeah.
In New York, and we went to an exhibition that she was doing, and she was so.
It was an exhibition stroke, fashion show stroke.
There was a guy that had designed a fruit holder.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I was in a whole other world. And I was like,
Right.
what the hell? And they were like,
I'm riding the thing.
they were talking to me, they were already pretty loud, but now they were I don't know, they were
She's been so kind to us, so kind to my kids. When I took my boys to New York a couple of years ago, and she said, let's meet up. I want to meet your little dickheads and hang out with them." And she was so delightful.
She speaks their language, doesn't she?
She does.
I mean, minus the swears.
Yeah. Well, probably with a few.
This subliminal.
If you're on Instagram right now, and this is live on Instagram,
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a method, but it's hard, it's hard to. Oh, sorry. I'm just talking to you. Oh yeah. So are other people. Okay, so moving on. I forget what I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of.
Funny, this is
not do it by accident
right
and
now.
intentionally
I
do
love
it.
New York.
But I feel like that would
I
require.
think when it comes to travelling in the future, New York and Japan, that's all I need, really. I don't want to go anywhere else. I like New York. We've got friends in New York now. Keith and the girl, Imani.
Yeah.
Who else is- oh,
Stephen Page isn't far out, is he?
Stephen Page. I can't remember her name from WFMU. My mind's gone blank. Amanda.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Nazario.
Amanda Nazario. who I
For
think
sure,
not spoken to for ages. I
especially
might
at this point in life
send her an
where
email,
there are
actually.
no fucking surprises.
Whoa, yo, come on.
You know
Imani.
what you're gonna get. You know what you're gonna eat for dinner. You know you're gonna sleep like shit. You know how your cat's gonna treat you. Sorry, guys, am I rambling? This.
She's doing a new podcast about cats and how cats are arrogant as hell, and we've recorded some stuff for her.
Willow's agreed to feature.
We've recorded some stuff for her.
I'm thinking glass shattering. I'm thinking of
Right.
very tangential lines. You're true to the name of the show, right?
Right.
And then when you turn on the black light, you see a new image appear.
Yes, but
And I
the
think that's,
tangent, the tangential is not just the mathematical meaning.
They're talking proper art talking now. Whoa, okay, all right, Imani. Okay.
All right, now,
Okay.
this is the
whoa.
thing. One starts, they
Yeah.
all start.
But 2020 is the whole effing tangent. We love you. See you soon. She's also doing the thing of she's not looking at the chat.
No.
She's not looking at the chat.
No, but she's giving the people in the room her full attention.
I love her.
Well,
She's right. They've got the mic. We've got the thing down. They can't hear. I love her. I think she's brilliant. And also, as I say, she treated my boys like absolute stars. And anyone that does that wins by me. Yeah. Wins by me. Yeah, changing rooms. Shall we watch some changing rooms?
yeah, what were we watching? Oh, we've been watching that thing with the American twins, one of whom it wears a suit and the other which wears, I believe what they call a plaid shirt.
Which wears a plaid shirt,
Which
yes.
he does, which wears one of them. And wields a
Can I just move that on?
hammer and smashes people's houses up to do them up. And we were talking about how there's been no equivalent to changing rooms. It's not about kind of home improvement so much anymore as building a new one these days, isn't it? Or selling it.
Yeah.
Like, what do we watch now? A Place in the Sun, that thing with the twins. Escape to the Chateau. There's another one. I suppose that's home improvement of a sort, but it's not kind of what you can do with your terrace in Wigan.
See, I don't know if there's much changing rooms on YouTube. So this is the famous one, but this is from a show talking about it. Changing rooms, 95?
I don't know. It led a lot of us to get very into Borders for a while.
But I don't think anything they did in changing... People even at the time would watch... Nina says, that huge glass of wine you saw, I'm now mopping up off the floor, having knocked it all over, ending the... Time for another one. I don't think even people at the time would... the people would watch change rooms and go, oh my God, that's awful. It was a joke at the time, wasn't it?
A little. I mean, there were some ridiculous things like, turn your living room into Tutankhamun's burial chamber. I think I've...
Who?
Tutankhamun?
Tutankhamun?
Yeah.
Tutankhamun.
Is it?
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Tutankhamun.
It's probably Tutankhamun.
Bill says, what do we chat about if I call? Anything you want? All right, well, let's have a look. So this is her talking
anyway,
about...
but not all of them were daft, but, they were generally modern for them, right? Which means bloody awful now. But we'll laugh at what we're doing now with our living rooms at some point.
Here we go. This is the most famous one. Oh, we can't hear it. Hang on.
Any designer on changing rooms has to be when I built a floating shelf unit.
So if I remember this was some shelves that were just like hanging from the ceiling.
And this guy had, I think they were his mum's precious to her teapot collection. And so she decided she was going to display them in flirting shelves.
Lino is saying to Nina, do you remember a video shop in Wildston called Video Junction, opposite the police station?
Lino, are you Jerry?
14 floors up in a flat in Wandsworth. It was to house a very beautiful collection of antique teapots.
Excuse me, not beautiful, tacky. Proceed.
And the idea was this thing just was in the middle of the room. I mean, it was going to be absolutely great, and it should have looked wonderful, of course, but I mean, I'm painting such a great picture because, of course, the whole thing ended in complete disaster. Right, girls, this is what it's all about. This is our freestanding shelving unit.
Because it was friends who would do it, wouldn't they, and then show you what they'd done.
Oh,
so.
yeah, that's the people didn't know that it was getting done. They'd go out.
Andy.
Andrew.
Shelves. I thought you was supposed to be expert.
Shut up! Is that better?
No.
Is it heavy?
Yes.
Good.
Oh, me arm.
Why would you do that? See,
I mean,
why would
cheap,
you do that?
Cheap.
It takes up so much space.
Only seconds after finishing.
Also, is that finished? Are you not going to paint them?
No, they didn't though. MDF was the big
MDF
thing. So it's her collection of teapots.
In Linda's room, disaster struck. The added weight of all those books proved too much for the freestanding shelves.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That is all that.
Oh no.
That is all our teapots.
Also, the walls. Oh my god.
Oh no. I don't know, Andy.
His face.
He's still holding the drill, like the smoking gun.
Here, love, do you want to hold this?
I think we just have to put our hands up on this one.
Well, what else are you going to do? Run away?
I don't believe this.
Oh no, I'm crying now.
Just look at the face of the woman on the left. She is furious. Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
JX Mitchell, Fun Sponge, is saying totally fake. It wasn't.
Why would it be fake, JX? Why would it be fake? Are you nuts?
This did not make them look good. This would not have furthered the process of the programme.
Why is it fake? Oh, Jesus.
Books, we shouldn't have put the books on.
He's trying to save it. He's trying to salvage it.
I think you better go sit down and we better tidy this up.
But also, I mean, look at her sleeves.
Yeah, would you let her
No.
loose on your living room?
No.
The combination of 2 days' hard work and the shock of what had just happened hit Jane and Karen like a body blow.
I'm really sorry that I've put you under this stress.
Fuming. Completely dazed.
Because it's nothing to do with you at all.
I had that haircut, a blonde one.
In the middle?
Yeah.
I like that.
It was very of its time. Gwyneth Paltrow in Sliding Doors. That was the inspo for that.
You wanted a corner cabinet. I gave you a...
That's so weird. Look at him when he grabs her. That is... Hang on, look at that weird grab, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
Where's his hand gone?
Hang on, we're going backwards. Right, so she's there. And he knows that she's upset. He knows that. But he's miles away. He's about a mile away. Wallop.
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 You're right, Gil. You're right, Gil.
Wallop. Look, and then he comes up behind her.
Different times.
Corner cabinet. I gave you a nice hanging modern shelf. Okay.
Modern.
Look at Gwyneth Paltrow in the middle. She's trying to hold it together. She is trying
Dave
to hold
Dogface
it.
says Andrew is upset.
Yeah.
Now we know he's called Handy Andy.
Yeah. Exactly. Hang on a minute. Come on.
Hanging.
Look, that Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gutted.
It's the physical contact has broken her. It's often the way. Up until the contact is made, she's all right. She's stoic. She's staunch. Contact.
I gave you a nice...
Gone.
Honestly, how are they going to explain this?
Okay.
The teapot.
It's not anything to do with you.
Well, they're the ones wearing the purple shirts.
It's my fault entirely, and I'm going to take responsibility for that. And
Andy,
you're the one with the tool belt. You said you were handy.
He put it up.
Yeah, he said he was handy. He's the one that said he knew how to do it, and he's letting her take the whole lot.
Ultimately, his fault.
This is the DIY equivalent of what Eamon Holmes did when those demonstrators came into his studio.
Have you seen that? Is it with
He's
Sarah
totally
Kay?
standing behind her.
Have you seen that? Do you mind if we go off on a tangent for a bit? This is something else. What was it? Eamon Holmes protest.
Yeah.
There we go. Fathers for Justice. He's with Sarah Kay. I love Sarah Kay. I did a few gigs with Sarah Kay. She's such a nice woman. She's so lovely. I always thought she was a bit of an airhead. Not at all. Really good. Do you know what? We should see if I've not spoken to Sarah for about 15 years. We should see if Sarah wants to come on. So Fathers for Justice, right? National Lottery, live TV. Watch Eamon.
And here in the lottery studio, there's a gentleman.
That's it.
He stands behind the tiny woman.
He hides. I wonder if I think there's a longer version of it. Hang on. He hides behind Sarah Kaywood. Here we go.
Okay, what's happening, Sarah?
Well, fantastic news, Eamon. Tonight we are having a super draw with a guarantee.
So you could right. Here we go. Something's going on.
There's a kerfuffle.
She's brilliant. Pauses. What's that? I'm going to carry on.
Well, fantastic news, Eamon. Tonight we are having a super draw with a guaranteed jackpot of £50 million. Please excuse us.
We shall try and keep going if we can here in the luxury studio.
Look, look, look. Hi, Sarah Kaywood, who's probably is definitely shorter than you. Yes. I know, Eamon. He hides behind Sarah Kaywood.
Oh, Eamon.
Yeah. Oh. Here we go. Sarah's carrying on. What a pro.
Well, didn't she used to work on the girly show? Or Pyjama Party?
Probably, yes.
She's seen worse.
I can't remember what I did with her. I probably did flip side with her. I did a few things with her. Up.
Not the face.
He's off. He's smiling, but he's also hiding behind Sarah Kaywood. Here we go.
Yeah.
Sarah could
I'm pretty sure she made her views known as well, didn't she, to the protesters?
There's a gentleman who's going to disappear rather quickly.
It's all right, Eamon.
I'll look after you, Eamon.
We got it.
Well, as you'll have gathered, all sorts
Off,
of things
go
happening
off.
in the lottery studio tonight.
She's still there. Sarah stays.
Well, as you'll have gathered, all sorts of things happening here in
Get
the lottery
lost.
studio
She's
tonight.
saying that to Eamon.
Eamon just didn't need telling twice, did
Take
it?
our leave of you for a moment. So as you gather, done, if we can. So we're going to do our very best. Lotto Extra are concerned. So, an interesting night, Eamon?
Yeah. Well, that's sort of...
Never seen that.
And don't come back.
Are you all right now, Sarah? I'm glad I sorted that out for you.
Don't mention it.
That is brilliant.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of them,
I kind of love his cheek.
Look at him, he's adjusting his tie and everything.
Our draw presenter deserves a round of applause. The draw master, he actually took someone down.
Well, folks, Eurovision hard in their heels tonight. We'll do our best to release the lot
Unbelievable, Eamon. Come on, mate. Come on, buddy. Anyway, sorry, back at this.
Anyway, meanwhile
back
standing
at the
behind a different woman.
And I'm
Andy.
going to meet Clodagh and tell her exactly what's happened. Okay? And I'm really sorry I've put you through this.
She's actually snorting.
Yeah, terrible.
I am so sorry. And I will take the ramp.
And so it was time for Linda to deliver the bad news to Clodagh.
Is that what? Is that it? No, come on. Where's the rest?
You can imagine I bet she wouldn't have filmed it.
Hello. It's even too much for Rachel if she was to tell the truth.
Is it Rachel?
I do like the bed and the wardrobes.
What's this?
Hello there.
Decoration shows
Welcome back to your home. How are you feeling?
Nervous.
Nick's living room first, I think.
Open your eyes.
Don't want to. Oh my God.
It's totally different.
It is.
And
first of all, I mean, I don't know what's being worn. That's some outfit.
Well,
and also getting. I don't know if I'd let her anywhere near my living room. They're big people, you know. That is a tiny little sofa for anybody.
this is really, really nice.
Really?
Nice. Yes, I really do like it. It's very nice.
What do you think, Rachel?
I really like it. I really do. Totally changed.
It's absolutely superb.
Enough colour for you, Rachel?
It is a hair. I wouldn't have chose this colour, but it looks really
what greige?
Space saver as well, the way that it's got sliding doors.
I don't really get
So,
I don't really
Considering
get how
you
the sofa
only
ties in.
like light colours.
Yeah, it is
Well,
kind
what's
of
the
light, though,
picture
isn't
of
it?
Monkey?
It's not exactly
Light.
tutti fruities and
Tutti
a bag of
frutti.
sweets.
Let's hope that you like the next room as much.
Miracles do happen.
Oh, the face says no.
What do you think, Rachel? You've got your colour.
Yeah, I do. I like the wardrobes and...
No, it's too much. For me, it's too busy.
Whose bedroom is it? Is it a child's?
I wouldn't have done anything like it, and I don't like it.
Must be.
I'm supposed to be able to go to sleep in a bedroom, and it's like a kid's play area.
Oh no, it's theirs.
It's their bedroom. Okay, yeah. I can see it's not
You
really,
could- I would've-
really
I
very
would've
him.
thought- yeah, I would have thought for a 9-year-old girl, possibly.
Yeah, it's
you know.
very Three Bears, isn't it?
I think it looks horrendous. It doesn't look anything like a bedroom.
Don't you? Don't
She's
you?
thinking you haven't seen the rest of the house yet.
Look at that. That's brilliant. Yeah. That is brilliant.
So sorry, but it's big thumbs down from me. It's hideous. I think it's even too much for Rachel if she was to tell the truth.
Is it, Rachel?
I like the bed and the wardrobes. I like the theme of it.
So overall, you quite like it?
No, that's a stretch.
What? What happened there?
I like two things in it.
Yeah.
Drunk.
I like the lights.
He's gone full on.
It's rank.
He's gone full on 14-year-old.
It's rank.
I like the...
I like it.
Yeah.
Drunk.
I like the lights.
Don't like it at all. Definitely not.
I think Rachel likes it though, John. I know you're telling her she doesn't, but I think
No,
You're telling her she does. She's in the middle, look.
I'll leave it to her.
But
Rachel.
you're answering for her.
Yeah.
Now,
This is something she cannot win. This is a game she can't win, and poor Rachel is the meat in an opinion sandwich there.
I haven't heard much out of Rachel's mouth actually. Come on, Rachel.
Well, I think it'll grow on us. I do like the bed and the wardrobes. I did ask for colour.
If Rachel likes it, yeah, so be it.
And so if Rachel likes it, can you keep it the same?
Not for long.
You're not going to get the answer you want. Move on.
Why is she getting so arsey? It's his house, their house.
Because he's questioning her taste level.
And he doesn't like it. Mm-hmm. And that's okay.
Yeah.
So you were going to accept what Rachel wanted, and you said if she's happy, that's fine. So what you're actually saying now is it isn't fine.
Drunk. Horrible.
I think she's got to be heard.
Nah, sorry. It's not for me.
So what message would you have for the designer?
Oh, where's this gonna go? Where's this gonna go?
Message would you have for the designer?
Don't touch the other room.
Right.
Is she the designer? Because she's taking this very
We took a chance when we handed the keys over. And she's done colour, what I asked for. Might grow on you.
Fungus grows. That's horrible.
Iain, send this couple to the Gregorian. Right, but changing rooms is what we were specifically after. So let's see.
Probably the worst.
Okay, all right.
Gosh.
See, lots of it is. I don't think.
I used to love a makeover program. That 10 years younger, I used to love that.
What's this? The worst 10 years younger makeover ever done? You have a look.
Go on. I think I remember the face. But... See, I love things like this when they go.
I want to get those
a little bit
piggies.
wrong. Like the fella who didn't like losing Come Dine and threw a strop.
Oh yes.
Delicious.
They don't
do
Okay, come over here, my dear. Let's have a look at you. Okay. Okay, so what are your initial thoughts on this?
My first thoughts are I like the jeans.
Well, hang on a minute. I just want to make sure. Is this someone saying this is the worst? I'm worried that someone has made a judgment call on someone, and I don't want to necessarily go there. So,
all right.
Let's have a look. Changing rooms. Changing rooms. Let's have a little look. See what we got here.
But they did do a lot of like stapling wood on top of wood, didn't they?
Yeah, let's just pick one. Let's have
Lived in a
look.
cosily ordinary 1960s house like this.
By the way, I like Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. I like the LLB. I like him.
I think we have grown into him.
Yeah, I like him.
I don't think we realised he was doing a thing back then.
Would you let the owners of this eccentric Edwardian cottage loose in your living room? Well, all that's about to happen on Changing Rooms.
Here's the thing, though. If people getting stuff done for free.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
But also, if you are...
Deal with it.
See, I know my neighbours and we get on quite well, but I think I've been in their houses once, maybe twice, and vice versa, right? I certainly wouldn't let them into my house with a paintbrush with me not present.
No.
So,
No.
there is an element of, and I'm going to say it, asking for it.
Schoolteachers Travis and Charlotte have lived in their 1960s home near Basildon for 7 years. Their living room is in dire need of some lessons in love after incessant bullying by their 3 young daughters. Why would anyone go to the trouble and expense of owning a television quite that large?
Wow.
I mean, if you think about it, if you sat in the interestingly stained sofa...
Gosh, I don't remember it being so insulting.
Judgy.
Really, you'd be wanting to watch the soap opera that is these curtains. Look at it. All of...
Sauce from Milk Table 3.
This is some...
Human life is here. Tragedy, happiness, highs, lows. And the furniture, well...
Let's bear in mind he's going to stick a chandelier somewhere in this room, isn't he?
Probably up his ass.
Let's say it arrived flat-packed. In fact, I'll wager that even the rocking horse came with an instruction booklet in...
Oh no. This is why... Okay, now I can see why people hated him, because he was an arrogant...
Well, yeah, but that was part of his thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
kind
and
of
this
a
would have
dandy,
been-
a fussy dandy.
This
and
was mid-90s.
comedy posh. But this is like maybe just at the dawn of IKEA, when flat pack furniture got trendy.
Scandinavian. But Oliver Heath, the Karate Kid of design, what does he do with instruction books? Does he read them? Oh no, he rips them up. 2 doors down couldn't be more different. Andrea and Robin are ex-publicans and Edwardian enthusiasts who've clad their home in timber. And the ancient decor in their bedroom is enough to send...
Oh, mate. Now, I'm a little bit of ashamed of our house because we've not decorated it since the kids were really tiny. But this looks like Most Haunted.
Can I just say something? Watching you doing commentary on Changing Rooms is my new favourite thing. It was my idea to watch this, but watching you do the commentary is my new favourite thing. A, it's a bit like watching the telly with you when we watch Dinner Date, but this is brilliant, man. I can see a solo series.
They've been swinging off that wallpaper, haven't they? They've just ripped it down. No, that's not even like a little. That's a concerted
Shivers
effort.
down anyone's spine.
The bears.
Apparently, the whole house is haunted, but I know for a fact no ghost would come into this room alone. Too spooky. Look at the corner, look. Shades of wallpapers past, oozing creepily through.
He's very good looking, isn't he?
He's devilishly handsome, yes.
I'd never considered it before. Now, of course, we know him with the goatee. But he's very good looking.
Yeah.
And then, well, there's a bed to be entombed in. It's rather nice the way they've done this with the, what looks like Cardinals' pyjamas. Oh, yeah, now.
Oi! This is what I can't bear on reality television shows, and this is why I would never do Come Dine With Me.
Yeah.
Shoes on the bed.
Yeah,
I don't care how scruffy my bedroom is. No shoes on the bed.
Yeah.
Now, it's not comfortable, and I feel as if I should be wearing my best suit and I should have coins on my eyes. Is Gordon Wistance frightened of the dark? Does Gordon Wistance have a bell, a book, and a candle in his pocket? Because I think he might...
By the way, The skills it takes. He does this all backwards. Doesn't look at the
On
door
my
handle.
eyes.
He's going to open that.
Is
with
Gordon Wistons frightened of
without
the dark?
Looking at that door.
Does
handle.
Gordon Wistons have a bell,
Yeah.
a book,
Look,
and
look,
a
look,
candle
look,
in
look,
his...
look.
Reaching.
He's going to go for it. Doesn't miss it. It's perfectly. He knows rooms. He knows straight there. Boom. Hand on it. Got it. No messing around. That is skills.
I think those cuffs he's wearing are like cat's whiskers. He sort of uses them to sense distances.
Could be, yeah.
Mhm.
Very long sleeve.
I think he might need...
Very handsome man. If he had a sensible haircut.
Oh
you know.
no, well that haircut has
Yeah.
come in and out since then.
Yeah.
Don't you remember Richard?
Madeley.
thingy? No, the one that kept crashing his car.
Oh,
Little Richard.
Little Richard, yes.
Yeah, he had that. He had an attempt at that, but it wasn't quite as lustrous.
Little. You know when Little Richard was going to die because he crashed that car? He was in a coma for like 3 weeks.
And then he did it again.
Yeah, like an absolute melt.
All the clubs have been closed down.
Oh, morning. Right.
Morning. Oh.
This room is shocking.
Well, hang on a second. Oh, so they swap houses.
Yes.
Oh.
So the neighbours do it. That's what I mean.
So they do know that it's not one of those. It's not like 60-minute makeover where you go out and they do it while you're at the shops.
No.
Right. So it's okay. I got it.
Absolutely shocking. Now, what are we doing for Andrew and Robin? What do you want us to do?
Yeah, somewhere where they can come to chill
My doll's house looked like that before my mum threw it on the bonfire.
That wallpaper is something else, isn't
out from the busyness of all the children.
It's got to be restored into an Edwardian theme, I think.
Okay, good. Well, I'm on the right lines then, which is marvellous. Now,
it? So you've decided already. Oh, I'm on. What do you want? Oh, good. I'm on the right lines.
They always designed it. It was always their vision.
What, the people?
No, the designer.
Oh.
So sometimes the people would be going, I don't think they're going to like that, and they would plough on regardless.
Okay.
let me show you these colours. That's the first colour.
Oh, white. Yeah, I know that one.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. The second colour.
This could be a contrast.
Bright pink.
Is actually no,
that's
Gentle Mose.
Lovely.
Lilac. Lilac.
Yeah. The third thing I want to show you is this. Now, I think
one of those chairs with a dildo that goes up and down.
This is absolutely beautiful. Don't you think that is...
This is in danger of looking quite stylish.
Let's see what he does with it.
It's going to have a feature wall, obviously.
Fabulous.
That's lovely.
No, that's
As
the
long
good...
as there's no taping off and doing sort of stripes or some sort of paint effect.
Okay, this is all good news, I think.
Yes.
And it's topped off by a picture that I thought, well, Edwardian, yeah, but, you know, that era happened in other countries as well.
He's going to do
i.e. Scandinavia, specifically Sweden. And this is all heavily influenced by Carl Larsson, who was a big pioneer of the Gustavian style, okay, and that's where I want to go with it. Now, do you think that they're
Is he going to put wood cladding down the sides?
I'm not quite sure.
I don't understand why the two colours
Did he
come
just say the Edwardian era happened in other countries as well?
Yeah, I don't think they called it the Edwardian
No.
era. If we're going to be sticklers,
Just that period in time.
there were other people around that same time.
Just that period in time. By the way, White Wolf, thank you for the sub. Billy Bouncy, thank you for the sub. That was a follow. Thank you.
I think they will.
I think they will.
It's calm enough.
I think it's completely different to
think
what they were
anything is going to be
thinking
better than
of.
that.
All right, let's see what's going on.
Remind me a little bit about what you wanted for Charlotte and Travis's room.
Look at his trousers. I like that. The three-quarter length trousers.
Now. There's always... okay, I wouldn't let these guys loose on my house, would you? But it's not going to be them, it's going to be him. And I do remember he was prone to sort
What's
of...
his trademark?
A little bit wackiness, if I remember rightly.
I'm disappointed we haven't got a Linda Barker or the other lady.
Anna Ryder Richardson.
Yeah, but let's see where we go with
Wanted
these.
something that was sophisticated.
Yeah. Family orientated.
Tonal.
Bit of wallpaper hanging off.
She said sophisticated wallpaper. She said sophisticated and tonal. What does tonal mean?
Different tones.
We wanted something that was sophisticated.
Yeah. Family orientated.
Tonal.
Family orientated and tonal.
A multifunctioning.
Yeah.
So a room. Right.
Right.
Let's see what how he translates that.
Quirky. Yes, maybe
Come on.
something quirky.
Come on, there was something else.
Okay. Well, underlying, we wanted something that perhaps the children could find, like perhaps a little mouse scurrying around the floor.
There we go. There it is.
Underlying, we thought we would get something the children would like going around.
She wasn't going to say it, and he made her say it.
Yeah. What does that mean?
He's going to draw a flipping mouse, or he's going to have some sort of mechanical mouse
And?
train.
Quirky. Yes, maybe
Come on.
something quirky.
Come on, there was something else.
Okay. Well, underlying, we wanted something that perhaps the children could find, like perhaps a little mouse scurrying around the floor.
A little mouse.
Yes.
You're testing me.
Okay, good.
But I will rise to the challenge.
Good.
Okay, so the
As
first
if he hasn't
colour.
already planned it out.
Yay!
Yay!
Oliver was listening.
Yay!
I
He
already know
was. He listens.
Okay.
You're going to do the whole room like a piece of cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah?
like that look.
Perfect.
So it's a tonal colour scheme.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so here you go. Here's a drawing of the room.
Where's my mouse?
I don't know what's going on there.
Custard.
You wait for the mouse. The mouse will come to you. Don't you worry.
Why are people grumpy?
Giving them shush. Everything they want.
She speak. Look at that. Her face.
I know, she's like, get him.
Look at her face. Look, rightfully so. You talk to me like that, I'll pour this paint over your
Also,
head, you
she's-
absolute arse.
She's been a landlady. She'd bar that.
Yeah, you speak to me. Oi! Sorry, Andy. Sorry, mate. What did you fucking say to me? What did you fucking say to me?
Actually, look at her. She's looking at Andy, and Andy knows.
Yeah.
It's like,
TV people, the arrogance of... if you've ever worked in TV, the arrogance.
get her.
And they're still... You missed a bit?
I can't read.
Come on.
I wouldn't miss a bit of his flipping face if
Nah.
he talked to me like that.
Nah, you speak to me like that, sunshine. I will. Can we stop filming it? Otherwise, this is going to be banned for violence.
Workload.
Right, okay. Right, what we're doing is we're doing all these overlapping rectangles, because that's kind of...
We're doing all these overlapping rectangles, guys.
Sounds great. What could possibly
Pete
go
says,
wrong?
I was just reminded that there was a designer on this show. Oh, I remember this. I think Liz Wagstaff, who went to prison for lying about having cancer in order to get money out of people.
What?
That rings
a
a bell.
theme for the room, overlapping rectangles, like that.
Right.
Now, I've done a drawing here.
So we're putting a panel on the wall first.
Yeah.
And then we're putting them on, and then we're cutting the middles out.
That's right.
And they're not happy? You're getting all this, and you're not happy?
No, I'm quite impressed, but I have a few reservations.
Okay, you just can't please some people.
This looks a hell of a lot less scary. Much better. That looks so much better.
I said the name because Pete. I trust Pete to know these things. Go on, what's the story?
Yeah, it says here, Elizabeth Wagstaff, designer Liz's post-changing room career went downhill in 2000 when she was sentenced to a year in prison for deceiving friends and colleagues out of £54,000 by claiming she had terminal cancer. She claimed she needed cash for medical treatment in the US, but instead bought designer clothes. Her victims included Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen's wife and Anna Ryder Richardson.
Hi, Chihuahua.
It does indeed.
Doesn't that look good? Because the bed looks much fresher as well, without all that Cardinals pyjamas going on it. What are you doing with the wood?
Cardinals pyjamas line already, Lawrence. And I know you have to say it a couple of times. You don't
And
know
they
if
don't know
they're
if
going
it's
to
gonna
keep it
leak,
in.
yes.
But that just means that it ends up. I bet we get another one.
Bed. I'm hoping to paint it.
Do you see what just happened to her face?
It fell.
It did.
Aren't these people thick?
This is the way they talk.
It just went bonk. Is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Don't touch the bed.
Well, can I just say that...
No. And you're quoting who?
Andrea.
A very lower volume than what she would say.
If she really wants to keep it, then obviously we'll keep it. But it won't necessarily suit the room. It's also very good for this sort of Carl Larsson, Gustavian, Scandinavian style.
What concerns me more...
Yeah, but they said don't touch the bed.
Yeah, don't touch the bed. I mean, it's their house, so...
I'm feeling a bit disappointed by this. It's all quite khaki, it's all quite restrained. Is this Oliver? Or is this you?
He's followed the brief very well. And when he's not throwing his teddy in the corner, we're getting on very well, aren't we?
Oh, has he been throwing his teddy in the corner? Oh, really? Already?
A little bit.
It's only just arrived, for goodness sake. What have you been doing to him?
Not a lot. I think we're just quite definite on what we want. And we're protecting our friends in it.
They can redress it, can
Yes.
they paint it?
I'd perhaps rather they didn't paint it.
So, what is the problem with the bed then?
Well, I think Andrew bought it at an antique fair or an auction,
Yeah.
and she's quite fond of it. I just know she loves the shape of it, and she's.
I love the shape of beds. That it's like rectangle,
They're
isn't
gonna.
it?
They. You know what they're gonna do?
Yeah.
They're gonna staple something on the front of the bed, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh. He wants to paint it.
Oh God.
Yeah, do not, whatever do not saw it, break it.
Okay. At the moment, I'm having difficulty. There are nails all over the top.
Yeah.
It just looks a bit scruffy. It looks a
Yeah.
bit worn.
Yeah.
It just looks
Yeah.
shoddy. Do you know what I
Definitely
mean?
like
If we strip all the wax off and
Right.
paint it, I'd like to paint it a sort of a cream satin colour. We can improve on this.
Well, that would look nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's hypnotising you, as they say in America. Hypnotising. He's hypnotising you.
Yes. Definitely yes, yes.
Definitely yes from
Yeah.
me,
Yes.
from my
Yeah.
camp.
Now, these sofas that we bought, £150 off the internet. We're going to spray dye the sofas and machine wash the cushion covers.
Why?
Yeah, and we're going to spray it brown.
But the green may not work with the spray.
That is absolutely right.
So a damp kid sits on that sofa.
This was one of the biggest TV shows. It ran for years.
Shall we make them some new cushions with brown material? Shall we just spray dye it?
Yeah. The old spray dye, very popular.
So could we try one panel before we make a decision?
Let's spray the back of one of the chairs, see
Okay.
how the dye takes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get our suits on and spray.
Jolly, jolly music. Vandalising the neighbour's house.
I mean, we'll get done for showing that. Oh, they're ripping the bed. Whoa, 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 whoa! The bed! Look what they're doing! They're ripping it! Don't touch the bed! That was the only thing!
1, 2, 3.
Stop it, what you doing? Remember your vow. Remember your vow. You've still got to live here. They're going to bugger off and leave you to it. Are you insane?
Well, that was pointless.
Who got inside the sofa for that shot?
That was pointless, wasn't it? Can you put a bit of plastic over the camera and we'll spray it and we'll pretend that you're spray dyeing a thing I've never heard of, the actual sofa.
Morning, Andy. You right?
Mr. Winston's, good morning. There is a
What do you make of all
rather
that,
lot of MDF going on here, mate.
Of course there is.
MDF. I mean, MDF is cheap, crappy wood. I think those shelves are like the MDF, but that's it. You wouldn't want to make a feature out of MDF.
It's a cost-saving exercise.
You don't say.
You'd want wood.
You know, I'm not a major fan of MDF, but because I want.
Sorry, you eating something, mate? Sorry, are you chewing on a nut or something? Look at him.
Good morning. There is a
What do you make of all
rather
that,
lot of MDF going on here, mate.
It's a cost-saving exercise. You know, I'm not a major fan of MDF, but because I want.
Finishing his breakfast off there.
They'll have had bacon butties.
Flipping it. We're not having a lock-in, but we will finish this, and we're going to find the. Don't worry, we're going to do the winner of the slogan competition for the ad. So don't worry. So we're going to go a little bit late tonight. But
There will be a conclusion to this nonsense.
Yes.
I want a tongue and groove all the way around the room to about 5 foot. If I did it in proper TG&V, it costs a fortune.
Are you not concerned that this lovely
Tongue and
imagination
groove
whacking all this
tongue,
MDF in?
groove and...
This is
TG&V? Tongue and groove and...
TGV. I don't know.
But I know it is MDF,
I must know.
but it's quite good because it's got a pressed grain on it.
Okay.
So eventually, when it's all put up and painted in, it does look pretty realistic. And I think for the time being, that's about it, really.
Oh,
they're
how
really
terrifically
brown, aren't they?
That's a complete success. They're nice and clean, though, aren't they?
Tongue and groove.
Well, so the die has
And the V-joint.
the V joint. Let's get a close up for the people, boys and girls at
Well,
home.
it's like that. If you imagine a V-joint.
It's that. The die. I've got some bad news. The die hasn't worked.
Good. It's a ridiculous idea.
Dip linings are really cool. They're a nice brown. Beige.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a nice coffee colour.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be nice. So, it looks like we have a bit of a situation on our hands. That's the one with spray brown, wasn't it? Right.
I have actually had a little bit of a sneak preview on
Oh,
that.
have you,
Yes. And
Miss
I
Cheetah?
I have sourced some fabric paint.
Right.
And I think
What does she mean a sneak peek? So she'd seen this before they took it out pretending this was the first time
She's
they've taken
taking
it out.
control of it. There's a little struggle going on between
Yeah.
these two, and I think I know who's going to win.
And she's going to fabric paint.
Now, let's remember, this is the woman with that bedroom that looked like there'd been a terrible exorcism in there.
Yeah. Or they tried to kill a band of monkeys.
We should go off and get some.
Yeah, because it just hasn't taken at all, has it? I mean,
No.
that is what you call a complete disaster.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. Little House on the Prairie.
By the way, I've just got a feeling this is your Friday nights for the next 6 months. Is there a box set you can buy of changing rooms? Because I'm totally up for this. I'm loving it. You narrating changing rooms is a series in its own. This is your
Really?
spin-off project. I love it.
This is how me and my mum spent the 90s.
Whoa.
Oh, no time for that. Get that sorted out, that corner there.
Yes.
Pack that in.
Maybe we can use the bed first before they come back. Yeah.
You are
That's a nice
very,
house,
very
right?
different. I mean, this is what's so funny. Within the space of two
Don't care about the
houses
interviews.
in one
We don't
street
want the
in
interviews, do we?
Essex.
No, this is just flim
I would have been patronising had you got it right.
Are you going? I shall miss you. Go away.
I'll just be here if you need me. Just forgot my
No, leave it
my
here.
tool thing. I should miss. This table that Anne has made, this is a games table, basically.
A table made of MDF. My God.
That's what every home wants.
My God.
There's a top that slides off. What we got inside, little game.
Rectangle.
Rectangle for you. You're dreaming about those tonight. So you put your games in there. This is actually going to flip over. There'll be a chessboard on one side. I want you to paint that tonight.
Boyle?
Chess.
So it's
Chessboard.
I like a chessboard.
Yeah, no, but I
Thank
mean...
you for the sub, Sharon.
I don't want them to build me a table. What's on the other side?
ready to put it in the room tomorrow. And
Have a nice evening.
Come back and see too many more of these rectangles.
I
You
don't think
just
you
behave
have
yourself.
Oh, we've got a cat coming up, guys.
There, then.
Someone,
No,
22424. I bet that MDF looks really bad today. Does not age well. You think that any of this is
It's not
still
gonna
there?
be there
Come on.
now. Draft boards on one side, chessboard on the other.
At the end of day one, Gordon and the yellow team seem to be getting along just fine. But, just up the road, it may be a long day too for Oliver's team.
Show me the cat.
What was that shot for?
What's new, pussycat?
Cat.
Hello, my little dog. Just think that cat's dead,
Dead.
now.
Dead cat.
Beautiful, though. Look at that. Love black cat with white whiskers. A little bit of white on the. Oh, look at you, little darling.
Come on.
What's new?
Can't do this every
There's a
time.
postman. Look at him.
Beat.
Okay, just got the old parachuting mice to hit the room so far.
This
What
corner,
now?
which I haven't filled
Did you
yet.
say
And I know there's some
parachuting mice?
furniture
Yeah.
that needs to come back in. Now, if we get time, we'll paint it and put it back in. Well, let me go and make a list of all the things we have to finish off today. You carry on with that, and I might come back with hot beverage.
Okay, well, listen, anything was going to be an improvement in that room, wasn't it?
He said hot beverage, which is I'm going to come back with a hot beverage.
It means a cup of tea.
These two have got no balls. These two are castrated.
No, and, it's lucky that they're making a room for ex-publicans, because what this looks like is the sort of the revamped bistro stroke pub thing. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna have a hot pot there.
Producer Tobe says that bee's dead as well now. Yep, sad but true. Iain, have you watched Don't F with Cats? No. Never going to watch it. Never going to watch it. Does not appeal to me in the slightest.
Lovely.
Yeah, this room is a significant
This is
improvement
my
on
mouse.
what was. Oh,
I mean, they would, to make it worse, that room though, they would have had to, I don't know, white faces on the wall, wouldn't they?
yeah.
Because otherwise, no, don't be doing that. Don't.
What, the mouse?
Yeah, this is an awful.
By the way, you can tell she's a ex landlady. That's
Now, I drew him hoping that we could introduce a little bit of interest for the children.
1995, they would have had a PlayStation.
Oh, look at
2000, they'd have had PlayStation 2. So there's plenty of interest.
Well, and what they haven't mentioned is the kids are 18, 19 and 24.
I want to see that mouse close up again. I mean, it's...
I might come back with hot beverage.
Lovely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That is absolute crap.
Oh
He's
dear.
my mouse. Now I drew him hoping that we could introduce a little bit of interest for the children. And now I want to see what you've got, Oliver.
I feel bad that there's... Well, we have got a fairy door, but I haven't got any interest for the children.
Why would you want interest for the children?
Apart from the telly and the PlayStation,
Here
as
we
you
go.
say.
Mouse number 1.
Oliver, he looks like a rat. Where's the Pied Piper?
Okay, no, wait. You just got to see it through because it gets better, right?
Better than your crap.
Little mouse. See, he's going to be in the games table. No, he's going to be seen from above on the little games table.
Roadkill. They're going...
She's annoying, isn't she, actually? These two deserve each other. These two deserve each other.
to be petrified.
You wait. And for the finale, parachuting mouse. No, it's parachuting mouse.
I have to say,
The parachute appears to have been inserted in the mouse's back.
I think they are absolutely hideous.
She can speak about mice. Yeah, and I'm too old to twitch. Once they found it once, where does the interest come from?
I'm hoping they're going to sack the whole mouse idea off, but you and I know that it's only going to get worse.
Don't forget, before we end tonight, you are gonna pick the winner of the sponsor slogan competition. Don't you
In
worry
a competition we like to call Pick as a Winner.
But we're talking about a fun element for children,
Yes.
and you've provided nightmares for them.
Do you think nightmares?
Let's throw all these
No.
Where is
He's genuinely peed off.
That's his artwork.
He's peed off.
my fun, cute, gutsy,
You should get her mouse and go.
waistcoated little
Gutsy?
mouse?
Gutsy? You don't think a parachuting mouse isn't gutsy? I think we should just try them, because I think... See, they're making you laugh. You're not allowed to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Just
Of
get
course
on
I've
it.
been
I don't know what's
trampoline.
comedy bit. I don't know what's
No,
comedy
no,
bit.
this is
But
just
we're going to
filler.
work on it together.
Right, well, how about I'll give you 10 minutes then.
Should we fast forward to the
Right,
reveals?
position them to where-
Because this is...
We're running out of time. We really need to get going. Come on.
We're in trouble.
Now, sometimes when they said things like "don't touch the bed," the person would come in and you know that they would be receptive to change.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the woman for that job.
No. Should we go to the reveals? Here we go.
It does look better.
That's significantly better, but the bed is completely changed. Let's see how adamant they were about that bed.
Open your eyes. Oh my god. Damn, a lovely bedroom.
Oh my god!
We-
I actually like it.
Well, fair play, because they've played the game. Their bedroom has been a shithole for years, right? And they couldn't be bothered to get the paper off.
Either
and put
pull
liquor
that
paper.
paper off or leave it alone.
Come in and do whatever you want, Lawrence. You can do whatever you want. 2003, we're being told. Okay, thank
Did
you.
you hear the way we were hanging on that?
This is in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I thought for sure it was like
Yeah.
1995.
Well, I
Good
was only
Lord.
8 years out. Only 8 years out.
Where am I supposed to put my clothes?
Well, you have got an armoire there, but you are...
A what now?
An armoire?
An armoire.
What's an armoire?
So it's French for wardrobe. Just say wardrobe. Just say wardrobe.
Armoire.
Laurence.
We-
I actually like it.
Ooh, did you hear the way we were hanging on that?
Where am I supposed to put my clothes?
Well, you have got an armoire there, but...
Armoire.
You are probably... Maybe a little bit of editing of the clothing.
Well, so hang on.
Oh, come on.
They've both got to get their clothes in that petit armoire.
Non, c'est pas possible.
C'est impossible.
They raided my house.
You've also got a painted bed.
You cheeky cow, that room
I
is a
did notice
disgrace.
that, but it is in one piece.
Yeah, no, the bed's in one piece.
So that's okay.
And it's what? It's only okay.
No, I like it. It's a little bit French, Robin.
Do you know what? It's not. It's actually Swedish.
It's
It's meant to be
Alpen?
Swedish Edwardian. It's meant to be Carl and Karen Larson.
I think it's beautiful, but I don't know where the hell we're going to put our clothes.
Yes.
In Charlotte and Travis's house.
So, what do you think that Charlotte and Travis will make of what you've done?
Oh dear.
I think they'll be happy.
I think apart from the rats, they'll love it.
Let's go and reveal those rats.
Go and look at the cheese room.
2 days ago, this room was a star-free zone, but then Oliver Heath spent a massive £818.90 to make it look like this.
Okay.
I mean, but that looks 90s to me.
Yeah.
That looks very 90s.
Yeah.
It's all right. I mean, I wouldn't have any of this rubbish up here.
What is that there? What's that cubby there? Is that the fireplace?
They was there before. Those cubbies were there before. If that's what you, they, for some reason, I saw that earlier. This table's all right. I mean, you know, it's.
Why have we covered up the books? Are they?
Oh, now, can someone? I need an expert. And this would do. This is what does my nutting. When you're playing chess, what's the one rule about the chessboard?
Doesn't have to go. Oh.
As you sit at it, there needs to be a white square in the right-hand corner nearest to you, both sides. And it annoys you. Otherwise, you can't do some moves. And it annoys me so much on movies and stuff where you've got like grandmasters playing. Can't think of any films with grand. And they've got the black square there. Now, is that the same
for drafts?
For drafts, is it a draft board and a chessboard flipping over? It should be white, shouldn't it? They've balls this up. Well, that whole thing is useless. Useless. Has to be flat. Pete, you're so close to getting banned. This block party. This is all right.
Well.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Have they done the sofas? Have they still?
Hang on a minute. How is that door going to open?
Yeah, that's a point, isn't it?
That is
also,
very close.
That's an interesting way to watch television. It's like you're on University Challenge.
Ooh. Well, that TV is going to swap with that plant plot straight away and then swivel
Yeah,
around.
you
Anyway,
gotta
we got
have that on an angle.
Follow the mouse. Interactive fun.
No.
Now, just small point, little
Yes.
tiny point, £750 budget thing, you know, just wondered if you knew about it.
Shot to pieces, isn't it?
Why?
We had a little trouble with the sofa. We tried to dye the cushions and we couldn't, so we had to get some material, which was £80, and that sort of knocked us up to £245. So way over budget, I know. I'm very, very sorry.
Well, then you shouldn't be allowed to have it. What's the point of having budgets and having rules?
There should be a penalty. There should be a penalty.
Yeah.
He should have to lose something.
A finger, just like a little finger.
You could have gone without the mice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unusually for you, there's not a sort of a very codified concept.
No, because the main thing they needed
into it.
Yes, I came forward.
Go away.
I will never ever forget about what you've done here.
What you're about to say is not much back in, and kind of it's just a playful thing. You don't want to take it too seriously.
So,
a little bit of mouse work around. They're gonna like it. Come on.
Pete, please stop shaming Gatford for losing so many toes.
Open your eyes. Oh. Yes.
Oh, they've got no spine.
Wow.
Oh my goodness! That is nice. The fireplace is different.
That's fantastic.
Oh, that was the fireplace.
Oh goodness
Those
me!
pictures are beautiful.
They've got a new settee.
I love
the
those
colour.
Those 3D shelves.
Oh,
3D
I
shelves.
love-
What?
Whoa, one of them's over the window.
What's going on there? That's not right.
Oh my God.
There's the rat there. But that's not
How are they
right.
going to open that window? Well,
I don't think you can.
I love the way you're just standing there rubbing your hands. You go, oh, it
Oh,
hurts
that
me.
light.
As well, look. Yeah.
oh, the children.
Chest, that's set up wrong.
also, this game, Pick-Up Sticks, causes more arguments.
I love it. I love pick-up sticks. Kath hates it. I love
it,
Oh,
but it
it's
does.
such a
We
great
always
game.
end up putting them away because someone is
Yeah.
dissatisfied with the procedure.
My boys will quite often knock. There's a lot of table knocking going on. Stop knocking the table. What are 3D shelves? I'm not sure.
We'll love that. Lauren will love that.
Are you slightly bemused by the mice? Yeah,
They
I've just
are
noticed
lovely.
that actually. Well, that was a little idea of.
Imagine if her mouse had been up. It does look Banksy, doesn't it? Imagine if her mouse. What film is that? Men in Black on VHS.
Oh, look.
Men in Black on
Upside
VHS.
Down.
Yep. Well, you can still watch
Andrew
it.
and Robbins. This idea that the
What
children.
film is that next to it? What film is that, Pete?
Show me again.
Pete, what film is it next to Men in Black? Here we go, over here.
That is Chinatown, isn't it?
It is Chinatown.
No, it isn't. It says Christmas.
China Christmas. China Crisis.
It says Christmas.
What film is that, guys?
Is it Muppets?
No, because it
Is that
ends...
half a Kermit there?
It ends with Christmas. Christmas. So what film ends with Christmas? Muppet. Well, no, it's a Muppet Christmas Carol, isn't it? Muppets. Well, did you just fart?
No, it's my stomach.
Okay. Debbie does
Christmas.
Carrying Christmas. You're all idiots. I don't like any of you.
This idea that the children might,
White
get interest
Christmas,
and
I bet it
excitement
is.
out of them, but they were rather perturbed to find that they feel the mice look like lab rats. No, they look like rats.
But now you've said that, yes, they do. Thanks for ruining it.
No.
They look more like rats.
They're rats and they're proud.
Excellent.
Yes. You're looking rather sort of moist around the eyeballs.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm going to
No,
be brave.
I'm fine.
Is there anything you
I've got to be
change?
brave.
No.
Do you think there is anything about Andrea and Robin's bedroom that they would want to change?
Christmas, the big Christmas movie.
Possibly put in more storage. That's the only thing I can think of that they won't be happy with.
Why don't we ask them? Andrea, Robin, coming in here.
Do you like it? Do you like it? I love it.
So there you go. You see, the mice are nice and the Scandinavian style. Oh, hello.
Stop that.
I don't want to watch.
Stop that.
I don't want to watch idiots. Well, that was fun. That might become a thing.
Imagine, though.
That might become a thing. All right, listen. It's time for a big up.
That's good.
Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors, gelaw.co.uk. This is your last mention from us this week. Thank you for your support. If you're getting divorced, it sucks. But, I'm sure for a handful of people it might be an enjoyable, wonderful experience. But generally, it sucks, man. And Gregorian Emerson will do their darndest to make things go. Why don't you find a testimonial in that pile over there? We'll do their...
Sorry.
We'll do that. Was there anything in there?
No.
Good. We'll do their darndest to make it go as smoothly as possible. We've been a little bit light on kind of the facts this week, and we've gone for the emotion. So we'll give you some facts next week. But gelaw.co.uk, and I know quite a few of you have got in touch with Richard, so thank you. Let's have an actual testimonial from a real human being.
I just wanted to write and say a massive thank you for your sage advice on how to resolve conflict and improve communications, which was a great deal of help in what Richard describes as the worst case of acrimony he's seen for some time.
Ooh, tell me about it, Richard, in a private email. I know you can't.
Your advice gave me greater insight into what happens when one or both parties get caught by the dispute and helped me avoid the bear traps in the heat of the moment. With your help, Richard's legal and other advice, and my barrister's representation, oh my, this sounds like a tangled web, I've got through the children contact stage of this divorce to hopefully be a wiser, better parent to my children, a more effective co-parent dealing with my ex, and a happier, more insightful person. Thank you for helping me gain such insight, which I know is going to make a profound difference now and in the future.
gelaw.co.uk. Send him an email, give him a call. He'll have a chat with you for free, and you can say big up the Gregorian to him,
and he'll love it.
And he'll give you £5. He won't. But the big thing is the Somers Waste boys and girls,
and cats.
Yeah, and cats. Thank you so much, Somers Waste, for letting us, letting us dick around, basically.
No, letting us deliver your message in our own
in a
inimitable
Just to say,
style.
If you've got a waste solution, problem, situation, scenario, they can probably save you money. They can probably make your company a lot cleaner and greener. They're doing a switch and save campaign at the moment, whereby if you think, well, maybe they can help out my company, maybe you're the boss, maybe you're a little bit further down the food chain, give them a call, get in touch, explain the situation, explain your setup that you have at the moment, and they'll see if they can save you money. And if they can, you can. If you are the boss, you can call it in. If you're not, you can take it to your boss and say, I've spoken to Somers and I saw them on Late Night Alternative, and they can probably save us a couple of grand, and they can certainly cut our carbon footprint and all of this stuff. So have a look at the website, see what they do, and more importantly, give them a call. You spend 20 minutes on the phone. What have you got to lose? You got nothing to lose. And of course, There's Bob the cat. Poseidon Safety Management. They operate in Devon and Cornwall. We need your votes in a minute, guys, to decide what these companies' slogans are going to be. They operate in Devon and Cornwall. They are a security company, a safety management company. Again, we've been a little bit light on the facts this week, but next week we're going to go through all the facts. I'm going to speak to Nick and get a bit more stuff that we can talk about. They've got a huge array of guide dogs. Army of guide dogs?
Squad. Dog squad.
They've got a great dog squad.
They've got the Paw Patrol.
Goddamn, boy, was I surprised when I found out the Paw Patrol was American and there's an American version.
Yeah.
It's so weird to see that. Also irrelevant to this. They patrol in cars, they patrol on foot, they patrol with the dogs, schools, pubs, shopping centres. They do all of those kind of things. We've talked about how they like to help the local community. Before, I think, the lockdown, there was some trouble at a school and they offered to go and patrol it for free. When lockdown started, they patrolled a few pubs for free in the local area because Nick, who runs the company, is really, really keen to he wants to make the area safer, you know, and so he does a lot of stuff for charity and a lot of stuff for free. They are on Twitter, Poseidon Safe. They are on Facebook, Poseidon Safety. But here's their major flaw. They don't have a slogan that me and Katherine think is good enough. So the first vote is, what should be the new Poseidon slogan? Katherine, could you tell us the 4 options we've got for Poseidon, please?
Poseidon, Trident tested.
Trident tested. This is in your hands, guys. Please don't do a silly vote. Please don't do a silly vote because this is actually important now. This is no messing around now. Number 2.
Don't take the Poseidon.
That's like piss, yeah?
Mhm.
I don't like that one.
Well,
I think
it's
that
not up
one's-
to you.
I
Ask
know.
the people.
I think that one is offensive.
They're taking back control. Here comes the dog.
Here
come the dogs.
Here come the dogs. Like for that Boots advert.
Yeah.
Here come the dogs. Okay, and the final one.
And darling, call Poseidon for me. Instead of Belinda
I just put
Carlisle.
Belinda Carlisle.
Yeah.
Right. This is a quick vote. You're gonna have 60-second vote.
Go. Use it wisely.
60-second vote. The vote starts. Excuse me. Now. 60-second vote is going now. You got to get your votes in, guys.
Get on with it now, Cam.
Got to get your votes in. It's Trident tested. 66%, 28% for Belinda Carlisle. Don't take the Poseidon is at 10%. Here come the dogs is at 2%. That one I think is out.
Yeah,
Trident tested is
that was
in the
half-hearted,
lead
that one.
massively. Poseidon, Nick, I hope you're watching. Time is running out, guys. Trident tested is 23% for Belinda Carlisle, 64% for Trident tested, 63% for Trident tested, 64% for Trident tested. It really is. It's zoomed into the lead. The winner is. I didn't even know how it goes. Do you sing it?
No, it was just a slogan.
Right, good. Can you do
Poseidon, Trident tested.
I don't know what the trident has to do
That's
with it.
a
That's
trident.
the nuclear thing.
That's a trident.
Please
there.
don't lean over me. Please
That-
don't lean over me in my house. Please don't lean over me in my house. Don't do that.
See that fork thing?
Please don't brag.
See that?
Yeah, I do.
Read between the lines.
Mean. What a mean person.
Just lose
Trident.
gratefully.
Trident tested. That's Poseidon Safety for you. So that's that slogan done. Well done, guys. I hope you're happy with that. We move on to the...
A Muppet Family Christmas, by the way.
Thank
That's the
you very
answer.
much indeed. Okay. There's Muppet Family Christmas. That's not a film. Muppet Family Christmas.
A Muppet Family
No such film.
Christmas. It sounds to me like a Christmas special of sorts.
Okay, so question 2. Sommer's Waste slogan should be... Give me the options. Quickly, because I'm going to go to bed. Actually.
Boys of Summers.
Boys of Summers. Yeah, go on.
Summer's Loving.
That's my favourite. Summer... Let me, just in case you missed it. It goes like this. Summer's loving happens so fast. Summer's loving cleaning my ass.
Oh, no, that's not how it went. And then the final one, Hot Bins.
Oh, hang on, we've only done 2. There should
Because
be...
it was Boys of Summers again. One was a slogan and one was a song.
Well, okay, so Boys of Summer's slogan. So we had...
Well, it doesn't matter. Just have 3.
No, we can't have 3. Boys of Somers.
Song.
By the way, if any of the songs do win, Mark and James Somers, you will be responsible for paying for clearance, and it's thousands.
Exactly.
It's really expensive.
And then final one, Hot Bins, Somers in the City.
I put Somers in the City because it doesn't all fit. Somers in
Hot Bins.
Hot Bins. You've got 1 minute. Your voting time starts now, guys. Let's get those votes in. I'm completely impartial on this, but Somers Loving is 100% in the lead at the moment. 25% in the lead. 31-56. The Boys of Somers are out. Please don't split the vote. If you want to vote for one of the Boys of Somers, I would suggest voting for Somers Loving. That would be my suggestion. That really would be my suggestion. 67 votes for Somers in the City. 28% for Somers Loving. The Boys of Summer are out, so please don't vote for those. It's a wasted vote. There's a wasted vote. So Pete says Somers Waste Solutions, they don't officially do bodies. I'm so close to timing you out, mate. 100 votes for Somers in the City. It's 12:30 on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hot Bins, Somers in the City.
I think that's the winner. It's a deserved winner. Well done.
Go me.
The arrogant. I'm going to get texts about this all weekend. Somers in the City. We should have. I'm so sorry. Look, we should have had their thing up. I do apologise. There we go. That's Somers in the City. We'll get that typed up really neat and under there for next week. And that's when Mark and James send the email saying,
you said there was a limit. I think we've reached it.
Thank you to our sponsors, Somers, Gregorian Emerson and Poseidon. Really appreciate it. We're being joined by a guy called Harsh next week, who's an accountant.
Harsh but fair.
Harsh but fair is Katherine's slogan. And he's a really nice guy. He came to a couple of our tag competitions. The only person worse at him than tag was her. Which may explain why Katherine was so rude she didn't turn up for the Zoom meeting with Mr. Singh, Mr. Harsh Singh, today. Yesterday she said, please remind me about this meeting. So I told her twice yesterday, and I told her 3 times today.
And I did say I'd still forget, didn't I?
We're meeting Harsh at 2. And then I'm in there chatting away for 10 minutes, and I said, I don't think she's going to come. Shall we begin? So thank you to our sponsors this week. Harsh, looking forward to working with you next week. We've got another sponsor after that. We are full up for sponsors until the middle of September. So if you want to book something for the end of September, October, it will be cheaper than you expect. Late night alternative at gmail.com.
Dirt cheap we are.
Should we do a little cheeky raids?
Yeah. Apologies again to Harsh. I have emailed him and he's tricky, but by Monday we'll be sorted.
He's gutted. But he will. I'm hoping he will Skype in and type in boobies and tell us all how we can type boobies and Esso, the petrol manufacturer, onto our calculators, because you can't normally do letters on a calculator. But he's going to tell us how we can.
Thank you for your subscription person type thing.
Let us find somebody to do a raid. Apparently the music raid was a real blast
it was a hit.
last night. Should we have a look at another music one? Or do we want to do someone we've done before?
Oh, let's go music again. Let's
go
see.
Music again. Low
Let's
so
see
high.
who's doing what.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, a lot of disc jockeys. Let's put this over here. I think it's been a good show tonight.
Yeah, it's not been as furious as I thought it would be. I was ready for a rumble.
Well, all those people that said, well, I'm going to stop listening to the show because it's got too far. Well, you've missed the really lovely chilled show tonight.
Yeah, it was great. What about just messing around? Who's this guy?
See, I was looking at This House is Hot. Let's have a little look at both. Oh, so you can see, hang on, screen 2. I'm an engineer who is a big love of music and plays a wide variety of video games.
Video games.
Let's just get past this the old advert.
Like what I would expect for like a jazzy thing.
Let's have a listen.
Sounds very freeform. You used to do gigs.
He's used the words jazz and freeform.
Alright, I'm off of Whispers now because that's actually requires me to have an entire website. But let's see, you were doing one. like, he was like very dissonant. Like I can't even.
No.
A bit serious, isn't it? Let's
What
go
was-
to.
Let's go to the house. This house is hot.
That was just yeah.
Oh my god.
This house is loud.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Diddly okie. You tired?
Oh, a bit weary. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been quite a week.
So it's a stressful old week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stressful old week. You doing anything over the weekend?
I don't think so. I'm hoping I might get a lie-in at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I've not been the most energetic of parents this week.
It's hard, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's he doing?
Guitarist 28 from Bristol, playing my favourite songs from pop to death metal
Right,
to
come on.
country and blues.
Let's have a little go.
Play something. Play something, buddy. What you got? Oh, this is perfect. Shall we?
Let's.
I like this guy.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you not tomorrow, Monday, from 9 o'clock till who knows when.
Multi-cam guitar. Thank you. A lot of fun tonight. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you. We'll be back Monday. Podcasts. Don't forget to check out the podcasts, all of that stuff. Be nice. Oh, I love this. This is great. He needs another 28 followers to reach his goal. Let's go and follow him, shall we?
Do it. See
Good
you
night.
later. Night.
Oh.
Whoa!